unbelievable for Jersey. Dominican Republic and Venezuela, 6 o'clock on ESPN2. And then Washington, Connecticut, 8 p.m. ESPN2. All these teams are 1-1, so it's win or go home. There's a lot at stake. Speaking of at stake, last night it was the Little League Classic. The Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the St. Louis Cardinals, and Andrew McCutchen and other players, including Randall Gritchick, were playing ping pong, a little bit of cornhole, and then it was time to meet some of the players and then hop on the bus. They went from the compound here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, over to BB&T Ballpark at historic Bowman Field. Kutch, obviously a big star there. You see the teams from Australia and the Midwest before the game was played, and it was a special journey and a special result on Sunday Night Baseball as the Pirates and the Cardinals played a Major League game. Both of those teams in the hunt, of course, for the NL Central. And with that, we say welcome to Howard J. Lamade Stadium alongside two-time World Series champion David Ross. I'm Adnan Burke. It is great to have you with us. First time here for Rossi, and that's why we got our broadcasting jitters out of the way. We actually went to the wrong stadium. We were at Volunteer Stadium just about 20 minutes ago, and then said, oh, no, we're at Lamade today.
We're like, where is everybody? There's nobody's in the stands. Nobody's taking infield. We're going, wait a minute. I mean, did they show up really early? Oh, maybe on the backfield's taking infield. No, guys, you're at the wrong stadium. We come here, it's packed, music's playing. They're midway through the infield. We've made our first mistake for the day.
Exactly. Now we're going to be ready to go. These kids are definitely ready. You see the team from Great Lakes get a little shimmy shake right now. What was it like for you seeing the Pirates and Cardinals last night? Big leaguers playing here.
A beautiful, beautiful atmosphere there over at Bowman, and just the way that the guys treated, you know, the little leaguers during the day, and then to see the looks on their face, playing a meaningful game in a unique scenario. They were locked in. The place looked amazing. It was almost like a mini concert for like just friends and family, right? It was pretty cool atmosphere. The kids were right behind home plate. It was a great atmosphere and great play, great game.
And the most popular player now for all the kids here is Tommy Pham. Why is that?
Tommy Pham, one of the coolest things I've ever seen, bought the kids 200 snow cones. And I think like Gritchick and some of those guys stole a couple from the kids. So I was giving them crap about that over there. Like, come on, man, it's for the kids. Buy your own snow cone.
We'll get some snow cones, hopefully, on the field and in the stands as Italy is taking on Michigan. First pitch is coming right up, right here on ESPN. Do not go anywhere.
It's a feeling like it's never gonna end. It's the reason keeps you coming back again, saying I want summer forever. Summer forever.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, supporting youth sports in our community since 1948, and a partner of the all-new Odyssey from Honda, official vehicle of Little League.
Italy taking on Michigan in a consolation game, almost like an international friendly, as both of these teams have been, unfortunately, eliminated from the Little League World Series, but hopefully going to go out on a winning note here, as you see a good crowd here at Lamade Stadium. And the journey for Italy, that's right. Emilia is a region in northern Italy. It's south of Venice and Milan, north of Florence. The region's largest city is Bologna. And in fact, it's the home of several luxury automotive brands. So Ferrari, Lamborghini, Maserati, Ducati, all the David Ross specials. And another gem also is the city of Parma, the world's most famous type of prosciutto. Prosciutto di Parma is a native to the region. Let's meet the team from the great country of Italy.
Ciao, sono Matteo Gerali e il mio giocatore preferito è Aaron Judge.
Ciao, mi chiamo Lorenzo Montanari e il mio giocatore preferito è Dustin Pedroia.
Ciao, sono Manuel Monda e il mio giocatore preferito è Javier Baez. Ciao, mi chiamo Federico Tiburtini e il mio giocatore preferito è Osal Tuve.
Ciao, mi chiamo Simone Aioli e il mio giocatore preferito è Andrew McCutchen.
Ciao, il mio nome è Antonio Casadio e il mio giocatore preferito è Salvatore Perez.
Ciao, il mio nome è Cristian Laghi e il mio giocatore preferito è Salvador Perez.
Ciao, mi chiamo Jacopo Borella e il mio giocatore preferito è Anthony Rizzo.
Ciao, il mio nome è Riccardo Ravegnani e il mio giocatore preferito è José Altuve.
Ciao, sono Riccardo Nepoti e il mio giocatore preferito è Alessandro Maestri.
Ciao, sono Matteo Giovanelli e il mio giocatore preferito è Mike Trout.
Ciao, mi chiamo Sebastiano Catellani e il mio giocatore preferito è Aaron Judge.
Ciao, mi chiamo Lorenzo Bacci, il mio giocatore preferito è David Ortiz.
Ciao, mi chiamo Nicola Spagnolo e il mio giocatore preferito è Miguel Cabrera.
Ciao, boys. Thank you for making the journey across the Atlantic and here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Time for first pitch as we are underway. First pitch swinging, in fact, and the first out of the game recorded there in center field as Federico Tibertini flies out. So the pitcher on the mound for the Great Lakes in this consolation game is Braden Campbell, the 12-year-old, 5'3", 86 pounds. You see his favorite emoji is 100 as he's looking forward to giving 100% in the final game here for the team from Great Lakes, Michigan. Ball. Here's Simone Ioli stepping in here now. And in terms of experience, there's not a lot of players who have a lot of experience when it comes to Little League World Series. But Ioli is one of the 2 returning players from last year's team. Last year went 1 for 5 at the plate, and this time rips a pitch into right. Ioli's got extra bases as the right fielder, Adam Arott, digs it out. But Ioli's going into third with a triple.
Going to 3. Nice base run. Look at that emotion right there. High five from the coach. Good base running. Get to third with less than 2 outs. Got a chance to drive in a run right here with your 3-hole hitter. Stays on that pitch. Drives it to right. This ballpark is amazing. I mean, looking at this, we're right here on top of these guys. This is a pretty special seat we got here.
So with 1 away, it's Antonio Casadio, the catcher, who looks at ball 1 inside. Ioli has 3 of Italy's 4 hits so far this Little League World Series. So one of the 2 veterans certainly has made an impact so far as Casadio steps in. Ball. And the catcher looking around, Joe Wisniewski, but is able to recover before Ioli makes a mad dash home.
Nice knockdown there by Joe. I love how the Italy team looks ready to swing. They're coming out swinging. They're not waiting around. They're early morning. They're nice and loose. Let's go.
Yeah, one big difference you're going to notice, Rossi. These guys are not waiting as much for their pitch. They're going to go out and hack.
You know what I've noticed, too, that the catching at this level is just, I mean, it blows my mind how good these catchers are here. To block balls, frame, throw kids out.
Ball. 3-1 right now to Casadio. Yeah, pace of play is not an issue here at the Little League World Series. They get it and go,
They're
man.
swinging. We're gonna mandate MLB to, you just got to come out swinging. No taking pitches.
Yep. Ball. And the walk there for Casadio. So Italy with runners on first and third here in the first. That will bring up Lorenzo Giuseppe Bacci.
LGB, as we like to call him.
Yeah, we're already giving out nicknames.
We're giving
here.
out nicknames.
Now, he's known as the funny man. His faces are unique, according to the coaches, and he goes by the nickname Larry. So we'll see what Larry can knock out here.
I love it. It's like a pet hamster name or something. Like, I have a pet Larry. I love it. The funny guys always comes up with the simple names, right?
Right, exactly.
This guy like cool, like swag names. No, he's just going with Larry.
Right.
I like his stance, too. Just tall.
Ball.
Tall in the box, getting ready to drop the barrel.
No question.
A lot of signs from the third base coach right there. They might be putting something on. What do you think?
Yeah, it could be an option here with first and third, 1 out.
Probably gave him the take sign, 2-0. Threw six balls in a row. Somebody hacking here.
Bacci swings, and that will get through the right side. So that scores the first run of the game for Italy as Bacci delivers with an RBI single.
Italy is on the board. Like you said, they're coming out swinging. Their coach made him take 1. It's like, I'm not letting another one go by. Breaking ball right here. Stays on it, drives it through the 3-hole there. Mom's enjoying it. Look at here. Fired up, making that trip.
Yeah, it's great to see, obviously, the fan support. It's one thing when you see the locals and Americans, but the fact that a lot of the friends and family have come over here. I mean, listen, Italy's Little League program does not have the budget the other sports have. It is all volunteer-based. So the ones here are really because they love baseball in a country that's obviously so soccer-bound.
Right, and they're not the most, it's not the most popular sport in their country either. So you make that trip all the way over here, and what's cool to me was the parents, the kids were able to watch the game, the big league game yesterday together, all in that environment. Was really a unique. There wasn't a whole lot of tickets. I think it was just a lottery of some extra tickets, like 200 tickets that were given out.
Right.
Oh, we almost got a foul ball.
Oh. Italy, 4 Little League World Series appearances, the 4th most by a European country. The 3 countries with more are Germany, Spain, and Russia. But you see, back in 1979, Aviano Air Force Base Little League represented Italy, and that was a team comprised of children of the U.S. Air Force personnel, and they actually defeated Canada. So that was their lone victory, and that's how you start to build memories and build a fan base, right?
Yeah, and that's how you build the sport. I think that's what MLB is trying to do here, is just grow the sport, not just in the United States. Whoa.
Spagnuolo, he's known as the good giant. And there he rips a pitch into left, and that'll score the second round of the game as Spagnuolo with an RBI double.
Now this ball is smoked through the 6 hole here, and there's a reason why the left fielder was playing up against the track. Watch how hard this ball's hit. I mean, one hop, it's through the infield, all the way out there, almost to the wall in left field. Great swing by the good giant.
Italy in their first 2 games went 3 for 29. So far today, 3 for 4. So the bats definitely have come alive, and now it's the center fielder Matteo Giovanelli, known as the Spider-Man outfielder.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him go get some balls in center today.
Like many, wears an unwashed uniform for good luck. Why not? Get that dirtbag reputation
Yeah,
early.
that's right. That's right. You got to be there. There's got to have that grinder on the team, right? There's always the funny guy. You got to have the guy that the Dustin Pedroias of the group that just, I mean, he's dirty when he comes out of the locker room, you know, even in the big leagues when they wash him.
Like a human pig pen. That ball outside there from Campbell. So 1-2 right now as he's trying to limit the day. I imagine would love to get a strikeout here on Giovanelli. That pitch lined out there to the second baseman, so Tommy Scheck takes care of it for the second out of the inning.
That's kind of an in-between one, too. A tough play. He didn't know how hard that was hit. Almost doubled up guy on second there. Just kind of a soft liner. Hung up just long enough for him to catch it.
So he'll be the pitcher, Ricardo Nepoti, as he'll have a couple runners here in scoring position trying to give himself something to work with before he goes to work on the mound in the bottom of the first. Nicknamed the Banker. We still need some clarity as to why that is, but maybe it's because he's cash money here delivering up the middle. The RBI single will score 1, and it's 3-0 now for Italy as a base runner decides to hold up there at third, Spagnuolo.
You said it. Money in the bank right there. Coming through. #1 pitcher on the staff. Base hit up the middle, just out of the reach of Campbell. Nice try by the shortstop, Randazzo. Italy has come out on fire. Coach thought about sending him from third, but held him up right at the last second.
Andiamo, sotto. Vai in prima. Vai, ai 5.
So a substitution here.
Tried to brush up on my Italian, but it's not. They're talking way too fast for me.
Yeah, the special pinch runner coming in here, Lorenzo Montanari. So pinch runner-wise, you can substitute a player. They can come back in a little bit later on. So it's one of the nuances here of Little League if you're new to it.
I wish they would have had that in the big leagues for me.
Exactly. Rossi, we're going to pinch run for you. You can come back in here and catch a little bit later on.
Too slow.
Twice a game, but not more than 1 time per inning. A team may utilize a player who is not in the batting order as a special pinch runner. Catalani there, a base hit in the center. And Tommy Harris misjudges it for second. That allows both runners to move up a base. So right now, Italy is all over Braden Campbell. It's now 4-0 in the top of the first.
Nice base run in here. Great swing. Line drive to center field. But you got the backside base runner there going to second was huge. So base hit scores 2 instead of 1 now.
Yeah, they count as a single and an RBI. So no error there on the play for Harris.
Ball.
As Christian Laghi now, the #9 hitter wearing jersey #9, as Italy improbably going to battle around here on the top of the first. Chico, as they call him.
Favorite song, Despacito. He's locked into the new stuff, right?
I was going to say, very popular right now on the charts.
Very
Despacito.
popular.
The 1-1 count here to Laghi. Swings through that, 1-2.
This is my kind of guy. Favorite subject in school, PE, physical education. That's me.
Exactly.
We see some of these guys, math and science. No.
Right.
PE.
I just like to go out there and run and show off my
Don't make me think too hard.
Lagi popped that up there. Took a second for Wisniewski to try to track at the catcher, but obviously
He didn't see it.
too tough a play there to make.
That's a tough one there. That's the catchers. You don't know which way it's going to come off the bat. He looked up, came out forward, had some good backspin to it. Up here up against the net.
I can't wait. We're going to have a David Ross tutorial with some of these catchers.
I can't wait. These kids are better than me in my prime. I mean, blocking, framing. The gear is off the charts. I mean, like, I want to go down and just ask them, can I borrow their gear?
Oh, it's going to be
That
great.
stuff is nice.
You'll teach them a few things about catching. Maybe they'll teach you a few things, and we'll be all good. Pitch a little inside as Lagi just gets out of the way. So a full count now with runners on second and third for the third baseman. Lagi there, a base hit into right center, and that's going to score two more. Takes a wide turnaround first where he thinks better of it and heads back to the base, but a two-run single, and Italy is up 6-0 in the top of the first.
We said it early on. They came out swinging. I don't know who gave them the pep talk. I don't know if Christian, their manager, gave them the pep talk, but they come out swinging, getting their pitch, driving it in the gap right here, right center from Lagi. Looking good. Great base running. That base running coming in on the backside really picked him up.
All right, so a pitching change here for Michigan, as unfortunately Braden Campbell was not able to perform to the best of his abilities. So Michigan will make a move here as Italy currently up 6-0. It's been all about the bat so far for the Italian team. They've looked great so far from Lamadi and Williamsport.
Non si può dire che fa il microfono. Vai nel dugout, fatelo dire da loro.
Brought to you by Subway. North Carolina, the first U.S. team with back-to-back no-hitters, are playing Texas Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. Their pitching has been incredible. Canada, finally, 2-0 for the first time since 1998. Huge game against Japan on Wednesday at 3 Eastern on ESPN. And 4 elimination games scheduled today. It is win or go home. As first pitch, Jordan Arsenault moves over from left to pitcher, and he gets Tibertini to line out to the second baseman. But Italy puts up 6 runs in the first inning. Unbelievable so far. We'll come back with Michigan's turn to go to bed right here on ESPN.
We're here.
As we continue here with the coverage from the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Let's go, Jordan. Green is my favorite color. All of the Michigan players. Here's how they came from Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Population just over 5,000. They're 8 miles east of Detroit. Prince Fielder, by the way, played in Grosse Pointe Wood Shores Little League. So as far as famous alumni is concerned, the former major leaguer Prince Fielder. Let's meet the team from Michigan.
My name is Tommy Harris, and my favorite baseball player is Trey Turner.
My name is Braden Campbell, and my favorite baseball player is Tim Tebow. My name is Matthew Green, and my favorite player is Derek Jeter.
Hi, my name is Joey Randazzo, and my favorite baseball player is Dansby Swanson.
My name is Tommy Scheck. My favorite player is Jose Iglesias.
My name is Drew Hill, and my favorite player is Charlie Blackmon.
My name is William Flom, and my favorite player is Clayton Kershaw.
My name is Adam Ayrault, and my favorite baseball player is J.D. Martinez.
My name is Joseph Wisniewski, and my favorite player is Bryce Harper.
My name is Chase Reinhardt, and my favorite baseball player is Jose Iglesias.
My name is Jack Jones, and my favorite baseball player is Jose Bautista.
My name is Jordan Arsenault, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
My name is Ryan Jones, and my favorite player is Mike Trout.
All right, so the team from Michigan down 6-0 here in the bottom of the first, but their first crack at the pitcher Riccardo Nepoti for Italy, who had a RBI single in the top of the first, and of course no DH here, so the pitchers now get their chance to hit no matter what. You see the record so far from Nepoti, 2 1/3, 5 earned so far. He pitched Thursday versus Canada and threw 54 pitches in that game. The first batter for Michigan is the center fielder, Tommy Harris.
Yeah, The Italian coaches said this is their #1 guy, their best pitcher off the mound. I want to go back to the favorite player thing, man. It's like that's one of the coolest things ever. This event's nice.
Harris there up the middle for a base hit.
Nice swing right there. Yeah.
Boy, let's start it off.
You're in the locker room in the big leagues, and it's always on every team you're at, and the favorite player thing pops up. Everybody locks into the TV and goes, "Who are they going to say? Who are they going to say?" Just waiting. So I've never had my name said. They don't really like the backup catcher, but when you hear somebody in the locker room, it's like, "Oh, these kids don't know what they're talking about." Then we start ripping on whoever it is. It's funny.
But that's great to know that it is actually on in Major League clubhouses.
Every clubhouse, I just left Chicago 2 days ago, and it was on in the clubhouse when I was there before the game. No other games.
And how about this little guy? Yeah! The pride of Tallahassee back in 1989.
Oh, my gosh. 89. That seems so long ago.
From Little League in Tallahassee to 15 years in the bigs.
My goodness.
Joe McCoy thinks you look a little bit like this guy. Producer Joe thinks you look like this guy.
That's about right. I got the cheeks going. I dropped some bombs in Little League. I was a home run hitter in Little League. It just kind of... The pitching got better as I got older. It stopped happening. That was fun, man. Little League days, man. Just so innocent and playing. It's fun to be around this atmosphere and these kids. It just takes you back to being 12 again.
It's all those mozzarella sticks you guys have down there in Florida. Then you filled out.
Just fry it. I'm good. Just fried cheese, whatever it is. Oreos, dough. Give it all to me. From the South. Just fry it and we'll eat it.
There's Tommy Sheck. Look, he struck out there, but for some reason he's still in the box. So, hey, maybe we'll just keep on going. It's international friendly.
It's all fun.
Why not, right?
Ball.
All right, so I have no idea what the count is now because I was pretty certain Sheck had struck out.
And I was in awe about
my 3-2.
I was in awe about my Little League picture with my bangs hanging out and my hat on top of my head pointing straight up.
All right, so it is a full count here on Sheck. And he walks.
Little rally going right here for Michigan, right out of the chute. Base hit. Great at bat there by Sheck. And we got their best player, Rendazzo, coming to the plate.
Coaches say he's an extremely talented young man, good athlete with baseball skills beyond his years. He's trying to learn how to play the guitar, so he'll be singing a sweet tune if he can knock one out of the yard here. And in fact, first pitch swinging, skies it towards right center. Does it have enough? No, it does not, but it's dropped there by the right fielder, Nicolo Spagnuolo. So 1 run will score here for Michigan as it's a long single.
Really tough play here and almost a base running error here at first base. Almost ran past him, but the wherewithal of Rendazzo to stop. Right up against the wall, fighting the sun, right on the warning track. Tough play.
Yeah, they scored an E9, so no RBI on the play as Rendazzo holds it first. But yeah, tough sun. That's right, the Eclipse. We cannot get enough Eclipse talk. And these are the glasses we'll be putting on at some point. But I can't believe they're going to play. Listen, we got 5 games here today on ESPN. They're going to play through the Eclipse.
I can't believe it. I'm looking forward to just knowing I mean, it's such a beautiful day. What's that going to look like? I'm fired up.
Oh, yeah. A couple hours from now, we'll finally get our answer. Jordan Arsenault here.
Don't look at the sun, though, right? I mean,
well, yeah, you can't glance quickly, but you can't stare. If you stare like 10 seconds or longer, you're in trouble. You've had enough concussions in your career. You don't need any sort of.
I've got enough problems. You're exactly right.
We do have Eclipse glasses here, which Arsenault rips that pitch into left, going back, and it's gone. Jordan Arsenault with his first home run of the Little League World Series, a 3-run shot as the entire team comes out to see him.
And just like that, Michigan's back in this ball game. 6 in the first for Italy. The Great Lakes come back with a 4 spot, still with nobody out in the first inning against Italy's best pitcher. That's got to be a shot in the arm here. Breaking ball, middle, and he deposited it over the left field fence. Great swing, cutting it in half. Man, the ball just jumped off his bat right there. I love the emotions. Just a high five. He's simple, like, hey, I've been here, done that.
The coaches say Arsenault's the most appreciative kid on the team. Always thanks the coaches after practice. Is a great personality and clearly an excellent hitter as he hits his first home run here in Williamsport. So Italy after that 6-0 lead. Now the mound meeting is looking to calm down Nepoti, their best pitcher, and focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, good visit here by the coach. I mean, you need to just slowing things down. I like listening to some of these meetings. It's nice when they're mic'd up to hear what they say to these kids and how they're encouraging and just get them back on track. I've been in some of those mound meetings, you know, in the major leagues. It's not always as positive as these coaches are.
These two teams combined for 8 total runs in their opening round games, 10 runs combined in the first inning. I don't know if it's the eclipse, the David Ross effect, who knows? But these teams came out swinging.
David Ross couldn't hit near like these kids are. This is impressive.
Chase Reinhardt, the third baseman now, with the bases empty.
The team clown. And he's the best dancer on the team, the coach has said.
Yeah, knows every dance move from the 90s. So this wise beyond his years.
I need to see some of that. I need to get it. I mean, he knows the 90s is my era, right? I mean, that's our jam. So
no question.
I'd like to see him break it down. I mean, like, what are we going to do? The running man? What are we looking at?
Sprinkler, probably.
Yeah, no doubt. He's pulling those out. You know, I've danced a time or two myself.
I've heard about it.
We might be able to. I don't know about the 90s stuff, but ballroom, I've got it licked.
It's been great hanging out with you, though, because in June, July, everywhere we were going, it was like 70-30 Dancing with the Stars to, hey, congrats on the World Series. Here, at least, I haven't heard anyone mention the dancing.
No dancing. It's been great.
Reinhardt strikes out there, but he does have quite a personality. Take a listen.
What's your favorite candy? You know, I'm gonna have to either go with the Kit Kat or, you know, like those chewy sweet tarts. Those really get me in the mood. They get me in the mood. The mood. Joy Rand has the same question.
You gotta go with the watermelon Jolly Rancher.
All right, he's got some personality.
He got a little energy there. I got things that get me in the mood too. You know. I like the Kit Kat, though. I'm a big fan of the Kit Kat.
Oh yeah,
well, it's a good kid question. You know, that's a good adult question.
Mm-hmm.
How the candy has changed over the years.
Oh yeah, everybody's got a sweet tooth. Doesn't matter what age you're.
No doubt. And the kid's more hard candy than I'm like a chocolate candy bar kind of guy.
We had to make that stop at Starbucks. You had to get your mocha today. A little sweet tooth in there.
A little chocolate in my life.
Joseph Wisniewski here, the catcher. He's got a pure, natural left-handed stroke. He's extremely versatile defensively, a strong arm as well, and he's the strongest kid on the team. They say he has great intensity, and you can see him right here in the box. He's ready to go.
I love it. The football mentality, you know, the catcher, you know, that doesn't shock me that he's got that football background and the strongest kid on the team. You know, there's no secret. The catcher's the best player on the field.
Of course.
At all times, right?
Yeah,
I mean, strongest, most confident. Yeah, all those things. Best hitter.
Right on the plate there.
He's digging. He's not scared. Anthony Rizzo style. I'm gonna creep on there, try to get the barrel of the bat out, go deep.
So Wisniewski walking there, and as I had mentioned, it is a tremendous day of Little League action here on ESPN and ESPN2. We're looking forward to all of it. Not only this game, which is a consolation game, but after that, all these games are win or go home. South Korea versus Mexico, California versus New Jersey, both those games on ESPN, and then on ESPN2, it's Venezuela versus the Dominican Republic and Connecticut versus Washington. All these teams are 1-1, so elimination games, plenty at stake here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. To see an Aaron Judge fan here. A lot of fans making the trip. By the way, special pinch runner is in the game, so Matthew Green now is at first. In for Wisniewski.
Got Ryan Jones coming up here. I love what the coach has said about him. Most improved, which means this kid's worked his tail off. And look at him, he's playing in the Little League World Series. You know, when your coach votes you most improved, that means you put some work in and attention to detail and listen to your teammates, continue to grow. That's what baseball is all about.
Yeah, twin brother of Jack, who's also on the team. Ryan's the quiet one, but you're right, the hard worker who improves every day.
They said he makes his brother mad. He likes to get his brother mad, turn him into Mad Jack, and he plays better. That's what I said. I don't know, I probably shouldn't
probably
say that.
Not.
It makes him mad. Okay,
yeah,
antagonize him, and this guy will calm him down. There's Dad.
Yeah.
Wow, I wouldn't mess with Dad.
They call me Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones and me. Is that
Counting Crows? Very
There we
good.
go.
Speaking of 90s classics, now we found our rhythm. 2-2 right now to Ryan Jones in the bottom of the first. Alongside David Ross, I'm Adnan Burke. It is great to have you with us here for Italy taking on Michigan.
A lot of offense out of the chute. One out here in the bottom of the first, 6-4.
Yeah, this is not what we were expecting. Unfortunately, both of these teams will be headed home, but would like to go out on a winning note. Had not been able to provide that kind of offense in their first couple of games for either team, but here it's been a different story. Fouled off once again.
I love the catcher busting his tail to catch it off the screen. I love it.
Casadio. The 2-2 to Ryan Jones, the first baseman, and this time he swings through it. So a big strikeout here for the pitcher, Nepoti. That's his second strikeout here in the bottom of the first, and now he'll face the man who was the pitcher for most of the first inning before he got replaced by Arsenault, and that's Braden Campbell. Hey! Campbell, he's actually a slick fielding second baseman, is what the coaches were telling us. He plays much bigger than his size. 5'3", 86 pounds, but he's a hard worker, got a quiet sense of humor. Ball. 1-1.
Yeah, I was reading this kid's bio, and he's like, his special talent is standing on his bike seat and riding it, you know? I'm like, this guy's got more courage than I do.
Speaking of courage, we will tell the story of David Ross jumping out of a plane just a couple of days ago in Chicago.
Oh, goodness.
You want a quick tease right now?
I'm still here. I made it. The good news. Golden Knights took care of me. It was fun, man. It was actually a blast. We had a good time. I'm glad I lived to tell about it. We were talking about it a little bit last night. It was, I can't wait to tell the story and relive it with you guys.
Yeah, we'll get the full video later on. You can see Rossi not only before and after as we get the walk to Braden Campbell. In fact, let's show it here for you.
All right, I'll walk you guys through it. Here the Golden Knights took care of me. Then my tight little baby Bjorn there, an adult baby Bjorn, grown man strapped to my back. I opened that door and he's like, hey, let's backflip out. I'm like, can't we just fall or jump? Oof. Look at that. It was an amazing, amazing moment for me, and landing and right on the beach in Chicago, beautiful day, adrenaline rush. The lead up was way worse than anything I'd ever been a part of, but the actual flying, it didn't feel like you were falling. It felt like you were flying. It was a fun day.
How many times did you hug or high five the guy that you went down with?
17. I was like, thank you, Coach. That was awesome. High-fived him, chest bumped him, the whole thing, you know.
Just bro hugging it out with this guy.
It's the first time I've ever sat on another man's lap, too, besides like Santa Claus. I was 40 years old, and I was sitting on another man's lap to get strapped in.
Adam Arol right now, it's 2-1 with a couple outs, runners on first and second. Well, listen, you've faced enough pressure in your life here. Game 7 of the World Series. Jumping out of a plane, it's old hat now. Quite a ride you have been on, certainly.
I have been on a good one. But you're right, it's just a lot of adrenaline rushes here lately. With I think I'm testing my heart. I think I'm done doing that. Huh?
Dancing with the Stars, best-selling book. Teammates, check it out, of course.
The dancing thing, that was more like the heart. Talking about heart racing, that was
right.
That was a whole nother level too, in front of millions of people.
Haven't done everything yet, though. We do need to get David Ross to go down the hill. Your own personalized cardboard.
I'm eyeballing that.
Aralt eyeballs this as he pops it up. As a center fielder, unfortunately, cannot make the play on it. Giovanelli tried to make a play on it, but instead the ball falls down, and Michigan takes advantage. Not only a couple of runs score, but the ball gets past the catcher, and now a play at the plate, and he's out. Aralt trying to score an inside the Parker. Instead, Italy's able to recover to get the out there at home, but 6 runs put up by Michigan. So far, 12 runs here. We're only through 1 inning. at Lamity Stadium in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Italy's turn to go back to the plate as you check out once again this crazy play, Ross.
Yeah, this is a tough one here. Right in between center fielder and the shortstop. Couldn't make up their mind. Try to regroup. Doesn't know where to go. He chucks it home. Short hop for the catcher. Gets by him. He's going to test him all the way home. Catcher makes a great play right here. Great tag by the pitcher.
Now,
tries to get his foot in and just sticks right there on the dirt. Just in time. I think it was a great call by the umpire.
Challenging the call at the plate here. That's what he's saying.
Oh, wow.
I'll check this.
Oh, he may have gotten it in there at the toe.
Yeah,
I thought where his cleat caught right there before home plate, he might have been out. It looks like he may have snuck a toe in there.
Yeah, that left cleat I think just got in there in time, but the umpire Bruce Hicks ringing him up. Well, he's safe.
It's a good slide, trying to point your toe, get that in there.
Now the umpire now, Bruce Hicks, taking a look at it once again. And we'll see what the call here is going to hit plate, and calls was safe. And you hear the roar there from the Michigan fans. They take the lead now on an inside the Parker by Adam Arald, so it's called a double with 2 RBI and then an E8 on the center fielder, Matteo Giovanelli.
Heads up by Adam, too. Hustling all the way around the bases, not taking anything for granted. 2 outs, continue to run. Expecting the worst. And they take the lead in the first inning.
Exactly, and now the inning continues. Thought it was going to be an out, instead turns into a hit.
A hit and 4 RBI. Look at him.
Look at the reaction.
He's so mad. Look at here. He falls. Here, now he's starting to smell it. Oh, maybe trouble.
Right. And so instead, Michigan's going to keep on going. Italy, of course, has to go back on the field as the call is reversed. Instead of Arald being out at home, he's safe. And Michigan, well, credit to those little leaguers for not hanging their heads. After giving up 6 runs in the top of the first, they put up 7. And this first inning so far, 34 minutes, 71 pitches, 13 runs, and 9 hits. Neither of us were expecting that.
You're right, man. To continue to fight back, and I mean, the first inning, you think giving up 6, you'd get down on yourself, and these kids came out swinging just like Italy. They're like, you know what? We're going to fight to the end. We're going to win. We're getting one W under our belt.
Yeah, pressure out of the way, but you're playing for pride. And look at that smile at Tommy Harris. Cute kid. Pops this one up over to the left side, and that tough
just
play
out
there.
of his reach.
Yeah,
came back. That back spin, that's a hard one that as you grow older you realize that thing's coming back towards the infield a little bit. He had to fight that wall over there and just tipped off the top of his glove. Nice try.
Christian Laghi there, the third baseman, giving chase.
Two strikes.
So the 0-2 count here to Tommy Harris. Had a single in this first inning in his first at bat.
He's their speed guy, lead off, team first kind of guy. Coaches.
Hey! And instead, Nepody strikes him out here. But for Michigan, they came back with a band at 7-6. We're through 1 here in Williamsport.
Cincinnati.
That's pretty good.
One of the best ones I've had.
All right, so Michigan right now leading at 7-6 in the top of the second. It's a consolation game, almost like an international friendly, but make sure you catch all the excitement of the Little League World Series, including scores, stats, highlights, and more. Visit LLBWS.org or follow along on social media with hashtag LLWS. Kids here fired up. It's great to see how so many are here. Look at, we're showing off all of our shirts. You got plenty of good merchandise here.
That's the coolest thing. All the kids that are here wear their Little League jerseys or their T-ball jerseys, and everybody's sporting their team.
And this guy's checking the standings going, hang on a second. Wait till this makes the paper. Michigan's all over Italy, but both of these offenses are stepping up big time. 7-6 here in the top of the second. Nobody could have predicted this.
Coming out swinging, too. Again. First pitch hacking.
So here's Simone Ioli, who had a triple. This time the grounder to short, and the putout is made.
Great play. Nice fundamental sound, shortstop, ground ball. Those are strikes at first baseman.
Joey Randazzo there, the shortstop.
Nice play by Randazzo. Picks it up, clean, nice footwork towards his target. Piece of cake. That's look big league ready right there. Simple. When they make it look simple, it's just, you're like, wow, you're 12. You know, like, I didn't make it look that easy. Some of the guys I played with don't make it look that easy.
Antonio Casadio here. Ball's just foul. He walked in his first plate appearance. But you're right, David, to your point about being wise beyond their years. Like, you think about, you know, both of us are dads. You think about where your kids are going to be. You're 12 years old. Most kids are immature. They're not focused. These kids, it's amazing the attributes that they're already demonstrating at such a young age.
And the baseball knowledge, like you're talking about, knowing to take the extra base, knowing to hit the cutoff man. You know, we're looking at them take infield. They're turning double plays, and the coach had them tag first or touch first and then tag the guy second. Just the little details of the game are really impressive to me. I mean, my son's 8 and just started coach pitch, and the development process, how far ahead these guys are from what I watch when he plays, is so far beyond their years.
Casadio just gets out of the way of that. It's now full count. And you're right. You know, oftentimes we can focus on the coaches who do not portray the best semblance of goodwill and sportsmanship, and they can be overbearing. But these coaches here, it's awesome to see how supportive they are, encouraging they are. Like you said, there's a way you can teach without being negative. You can teach through positivity and get the message across.
Well, I think, you know, just that's the reason why they're here. The coaches have invested their time and in these kids, and I think the payback is so great and rewarding for those coaches and the kids. To find a good coach is tough. I don't care what level you play at. Somebody that cares and is in it for the right reasons and wants to teach and teach the right way and put the time in. Like, you know, everybody's got jobs and family life, and for them to take their extracurricular time and give it to these kids is pretty special.
So Casadio walked, and then he takes second base after the ball gets away from Wisniewski, the catcher. Yeah, speaking of managers and coaches, can you convince, I mean, that's going to work out with the Cubs next year, but maybe Joe Madden come out, check out Italy? Eddie Perez, every time he sees him, goes, Madanini, my guy.
That's awesome. You know what? I was able to listen to the Walla Walla coach give a visit the other night on the mound to his pitcher, and I was listening to that speech he was giving, just about, hey, relax, let's have some fun. This guy's a good hitter, blah blah blah. Gave him a little, you know, a little encouragement, a little detail what to do, and he finished with, you know what? Hey, I love you guys. You're doing great. I'm proud of you. Have fun. And it's just like, you know, the simple things sometimes go a long way, and I think we all could learn from those kind of messages.
Yeah, the compliment sandwich. Start positive, give some constructive criticism, but always end positive as well.
There you go. Yeah, pretty basic, but yet it doesn't happen a whole lot.
Bocci strikes out there, so now it's Nicola Spagnuolo. As Arsenault so far doing a really good job for Michigan. Unfortunately, that ball, though, gets away from Wisniewski, so Casadio takes third. Wild pitch there on Arsenault.
Yeah, tough one. Tried to glove that one. That's in between fastball, hop. Fastball, people don't realize fastball is the hardest pitch to block. Everybody thinks that, you know, you're expecting the breaking ball or you know, that would be tough, or the slider, the split finger, something like that, even in the big leagues. It's not. It's the fastball, because you're so unexpected that it's going to be thrown in the dirt, and you don't have a whole lot of reaction time.
The 2-0 count here to Spagnuolo.
Nice cut there. Aggressive cut by Spagnuolo. It's a big gentleman.
Yeah, see, I'd like to meet Miguel Cabrera one day. And he's definitely got the size that I think even Miggy would be impressed. Spagnuolo rips that pitch into right, and Italy ties it up here at 7 in the top of the second.
He hits like Miggy, too. I mean, stays inside that ball, and it's a rocket between the first and second baseman. First baseman didn't even have time to move on this ball. Stays inside it. Look at here. Spagnuolo driving the ball right. Watch the first baseman. Doesn't even have time to move. It's by him. That ball was hit well.
That's why he's the good Giant. And here's Matteo Giovanelli. First pitch swing, fouls it off.
Can I get the nickname the Good Giant? That just is such a great nickname.
Well, I think you have to extrapolate it, right? Because he's 5'11" at 12, so you're a good size.
I'm not the
like
Giant.
Right.
Yeah, I need to be bigger. I need to be like, a basketball player or something.
Right. If you were like a 6'8" David Ross.
I have to be a lot nicer, too.
No, you are gentle. You've got the gentle part.
I got the gentle side.
I'm a little bigger.
I'm a hugger. I'm a nice guy.
Absolutely.
Big teddy bear.
Great guy.
But you're right. It's
that wild boar bolognese had no chance next to you last night. That was the good Giant taking that apart. And that ball lined into right, and a nice play there made by the right fielder, Adam Arold. Italy scores one, though. It's 7-all, bottom of the second. Let's go down that hill, young man. That is how you skateboard.
If you're not having fun in baseball, you miss the point of everything.
Words of Chris Chambliss, of course, a guy you have familiar with, the former New York Yankee.
Yeah, Cham was my hitting coach in Cincinnati. One of the better hitting coaches I ever had. My best year under him, actually. He really helped me out a lot, changed my swing, changed my stance. Very positive guy, very simple-minded, which really helps, especially nowadays when you're talking so many mechanics and things and hitting. Just a simple plan at the box, and he was really good at that. Really enjoyed playing under him.
Of course, Yankee fans love him and what Chambliss was able to do for those Yankees teams in the 70s. As Tommy Scheck here leading it off for Michigan. For perspective, that first inning lasted 36 minutes. The top of the second, just 8 minutes. So we'll see if that briskness will now take shape after that first inning, which so much offense was shown. Although Italy was able to score that one run to tie it up in the top of the second. Scheck walked in his first at-bat. And this time, that pitch goes into right center, and it's extra bases. Matteo Giraldi, the right fielder, fumbled it for just a second, but either way, it looked like a solid double there for Tommy Scheck, the second baseman.
Scheck smokes that ball right center. Nice and connected with his backside. Little bat flip right here. Get off me. I'm off to the races. One hops the wall. Almost a great play there by Giraldi in right to come up with that, try to throw him out at second.
Instead, it's Joey Randazzo, the number 3 hitter. He reached base on an error made by the right fielder in the first inning. Favorite subject in school, he loves science, so I love seeing these kids. They embrace science, mathematics. They go maybe outside the box on some of these favorites.
Well, it's nice to see the personalities in these kids' bios and their favorite songs and, their players, obviously. But just like you said, outside of baseball, it's pretty cool. You can get inside the heads of these kids and what makes them tick.
0-2 here on Randazzo. And he gets him. So some strong pitching, at least in that particular instance, by Nepoti. I mean, he struck out the side in the first. That's his 4th strikeout now.
Got that high fastball after that breaking ball going up top. See here, just a true four-seamer up top. Randazzo can't lay off. It's tough. That eye-level fastball is tough one to lay off, especially with 2 strikes.
So Jordan Arsenault now comes up. He had that 3-run home run in the first. As we briefly saw the pitching line there for Nepoti.
Starting with the fastball, he saw what he did last time with that breaking ball. He's like, I don't know if I'm throwing another one of those.
Yeah, clearly Nepoti paying attention to what happened last time out there.
Quick.
Off speed there, 0-2. Does he go with the heater or off speed here? What do you think?
I think he's going to go chase off speed, right? It's like I'm not in tune with these little league game calling. Oh, he would try to go high, like he did to Randazzo.
He dodged a bullet, and here in the first inning, just ripped that pitch.
Oh, right into his swing. The breaking ball he threw the pitch before was a lot better than that one. That one just stayed in the middle of the plate. And Jordan deposited where you're supposed to deposit hanging breaking balls. Call those souvenirs, Adnan.
Yeah. Grab your souvenir. Oh, just on the outside part of the plate. Great pitch there by Nepoti. His 5th strikeout of the game.
That is a pitcher's pitch right there. Right on the corner. You see the catcher catch it just right there. Perfect belt high. We call that painting the black. That was nice.
At any level, that's the kind of pitch you can tip your hat to,
yeah,
right?
That's right.
So here's Chase Reinhardt, who struck out in his first at-bat. Seven all right now in the bottom of the second. Great to have you aboard with us here as we hit the top of the hour.
The Chaser.
Yeah,
Nicknamed the Chaser.
I was going to say, I think it's just a play on his name, Chase. I don't think it's like emblematic of his swing, although he was chasing that one.
Yeah, he was chasing that one. I don't think they're not old enough to drink yet, so I don't think it's anything, related to that. So I think the Chaser means, hey, this is our guy.
Oh, yeah.
Chase, funny. Ooh, just off. Try to go back to the one he did before.
Yeah, my buddy Ryan Russillo, of course, you can always listen to the Russillo Show, 1 to 4 Eastern, ESPN Radio. He was commenting Bruce Hicks' tight strike zone there in the first inning.
Well, he's making him throw it over the plate for sure.
Ball.
We flew Bruce in straight from the big league, so he's getting graded on this.
I was going to say, he is not messing around. It's got to be in the zone, otherwise.
And these pitchers are performing now. He's learned. They've adjusted, throwing the high heat up on the zone, but we're starting in the zone right there. Nice little slider, breaking pitch. Starts in the zone to go out. That's where Bruce is going to make you throw it.
So Reinhardt's staying alive here, but how about for Nepoti? Listen, you've thrown almost 60 pitches. I mean, making the trip over from Italy, it's a consolation game, but I love the way he's battled. You know, you can see 7-7, but I say this is a guy who knows we're the underdogs against Michigan. He still struck out 5 guys.
When I saw a little bit of nerves early on, the hitters coming out swinging, being aggressive with the adrenaline, and same with the fielding. It hadn't been the cleanest game defensive wise, but now they've settled in. The second inning's coming, and both teams and both pitchers have looked a lot smoother and a lot calmer.
So the full count here to Reinhardt.
Great at bat by him.
He is making Nepoti work. Oh, man, Nepoti needed that one.
That's a great at bat right there by Chase, the Chaser.
He battled back from 0-2 to get the walk, so nice work there. Do not forget, tonight we'll be in Cleveland for preseason NFL. It is the Giants and the Browns. 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN and ESPN Deportes. Sean McDonough and John Gruden on the call. Lisa Salters in the field. A terrific trio. Coverage begins at 7. A special edition of Monday Night Football. That ball by Wisniewski into center. Scores a run. Gets away there from the catcher, Casadio. As you see the third base coach saying, right here, hang on as the runners advance. But for Wisniewski on second with a double as Michigan takes the lead 8-7.
Nice line drive to center by Wisniewski. I think he heard that NFL promo. Big football guy here. Look into his legs. Gets under just a little bit. Tough read by the center fielder. Falls in front. Just a nice solid base hit up the middle.
Wisniewski doesn't own any clothing that doesn't say University of Michigan. So he is counting down the days until college football is back, which I know you're fired up about too.
Yes. I live in Tallahassee, Florida, where Florida State is. They're going to be good this year, and went to Auburn and Florida, and so I've got a lot of college football in my blood. I love it.
DeAndre Francois, the quarterback for Florida State. High expectations there for the Seminoles, even without Dalvin Cook. But I cannot wait. I mean, Bama, Florida State's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, I'm actually going to be attending that game. I'm looking forward to going to that game. I've snuck some tickets to that game, and looking forward to that kickoff. I mean, what a better way to kick off college football than Then Alabama, Florida State, big-time game right out of the chute. That's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it shows the depth of these teams that either one of them could lose and still be in the national championship. Let's take a listen to the coaches right now.
Basso come avete fatto prima, l'angolo esterno del piatto. Ok? Questa palla esterna non la sa battere. Quindi tienilo fuori, tienilo bene. Defense, qualunque cosa viene, uomo seconda e terza, la palla non passa. Ok? Buttarsi, buttarsi. Sporcate la divisa, che dopo tanto lava qualcun altro. Lava la mamma, tranquilli. Okay, say Nepo.
How's your time, Rossi? Can you?
I've got nothing, but I was noticing the old school Oakleys. You know how old school it says Oakley on the side rather than just the O that they do now. So it's pretty cool. I think I had a pair of those back in the day.
Our stats guy Mike nodding vigorously. He still rocks those Oakleys. That's how Mike rolls.
No doubt.
Everything old becomes cool again. That's the process.
I've sat on mine at some point, so I've had to buy new ones. Big moment here.
Yeah, Ryan Jones is up. He's got runners on second and third. Michigan's now taken the one-run lead. And Nepeti's just hoping to get out of this inning and keep it a one-run game, whereas Jones is hoping Michigan can add to the lead. 3-1 run, or 2-2. No, they called it a ball. It's 3-1.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, this is a tight strike zone.
3-1.
Just likes it a little higher, Bruce does. Bruce likes it a little more belt high.
I love that's the veteran in you coming out. Like the catcher, you just know the way these umpires are.
You know they got their favorite spots.
Right.
They call everything.
We'll make it work for us. Full count to Ryan Jones. I just love, like, if you're behind the plate, would you be talking the ump a little bit? Hey, Bruce, I got to have that one.
Hey, Bruce. Come on, buddy. We're gonna be here a while if your strike zone that small. I mean, my pitcher's 12 on the mound. Can I get a hair off?
Right. Bruce, we're going to watch the other games here too, man. Come on, we want to watch these.
Bruce, the eclipse is coming. Can we end this before 3 o'clock?
Exactly. Speaking of glasses. Ryan Jones to the shortstop. Simone Ioli making the play smoothly over to Catalani. So a nice play there by Nepeti getting out of it. 8-7. Michigan leads. We're through 2 in Williamsport. Howard J. Lamade Stadium here in picturesque Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Michigan leading Italy 8-7 in the consolation game alongside David Ross. I'm Adnan Burke. It is great to have you with us for what's going to be a phenomenal day. South Korea taking on Mexico. That's next on ESPN. Then New Jersey and California at 3 o'clock Eastern. Dominican Republic and Venezuela, 6 o'clock on ESPN2. And then it's Washington and Connecticut at 8 p.m. on ESPN2. All of those games are elimination games. All those teams 1-1. It is win or go home. And so the field at a glance right now, the Canadian team from White Rock, BC, they're going to face the team from Tokyo, Japan, Wednesday at 3 o'clock Eastern. They've been the head of the class, the international. And for the United States, Lufkin, Texas, and Greenville, North Carolina. Both of those teams 2-0 so far. And you see the 4 teams eliminated from title contention. Emilia, Italy, and Grosse Pointe, Michigan playing in the game today. New pitcher is now in the game, so Adam Arolt is now in the game for Michigan. Oh yeah, get those chicken tenders and fries working. And a pinch hitter, Jacopo Barella, is now in the game for Italy. So Braden Campbell started the game, and then Jordan Arsenault came in, and now Adam Arolt, who actually started the game in right field for Michigan, is now on the mound.
Big basketball fan, Adam is. He's a point guard for the basketball team in his hometown, so he can really handle the rock. Loves basketball.
Yeah, his dad, Andrew, in fact, is one of the coaches. He played college basketball at Wayne State, went to a D2 Final Four. So definitely lots of sports love in the family.
He's got a little funky delivery on him. Got, you know, big long legs, big leg kick coming right at you with a lot of arms and elbows and knees and legs and feet. You know, looks deceptive, the left-hander.
Yeah, it's fun seeing lefties at this age. You're right. It's a little herky-jerky, but that's a nice pitch there as he gets a strikeout.
1, 2, 3. fastball, breaking ball, I think, maybe. That was impressive.
Good little pitch sequence there.
Little wraps that breaking ball. Tough to stay on that. You know, you don't see a whole lot of left-handed pitchers, like you said. And for these left-handed hitters, they're not seeing left-handed breaking balls regularly at this level.
So now it's a pinch hitter, Ricardo Ravignani. Clearly Italy now mixing things up a little bit, and obviously because it's a consolation game, you want to make sure all the players play, so it's nice to see Ravignani now getting a chance. Look at this little guy, 5'1", 94 pounds, his favorite athlete, Usain Bolt.
That's not a bad one. Probably one of the greatest athletes in the world.
I was going to say, run like the wind.
Jeez.
100 kids tried out for this team in Italy, and 30 family members making the trip to Williamsport. So it's wonderful to see Italian baseball here at this level, as unfortunately for Ravignani, strikes out here. But Adam Arol not messed around, back-to-back Ks.
Yeah, he's coming out firing. I mean, one ball there with the fastball, and then got ahead. Breaking ball. Again, these left-handed hitters cannot stay in the box. A little bit stepping in the bucket just from this angle he's coming at.
The third pinch hitter here of the top of the third for Italy, it's Manuel Monda. Mandatory play that everybody gets to hit. His favorite athlete, the NBA player Marco Bellinelli.
I love that everybody gets to play and gets to hit. You would hate to come to this venue and not get an AB or get to play in the field. This is just such a unique opportunity. Memories for life.
Hey. Christian Tossini, the manager, 25 years of coaching experience of 9 to 15 years old. He's the only returning coach from last year's team that made it to Williamsport. One of the other coaches, Gilberto Zucconi, 25 years of coaching experience as well. Actually coached Chris Colabello from 91 to 93 in Little League in Italy. More about the Italian team later, and more about Adam Arol when we come back. 1, 2, 3 as he strikes out the side. 8-7, Michigan leads as we go to the bottom of the third here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania.
Just the heat.
Hey Adam, can we ask you a couple questions?
Yeah, sure.
What is the last thing you ate?
Waffles.
Championship ring or championship belt?
Championship ring.
What's your favorite emoji?
The money face.
Durant or LeBron?
LeBron.
What's your least favorite chore?
Cleaning my room.
Mike Trout or Bryce Harper?
Mike Trout.
What's your go-to dance move?
The dab.
What superpower would you have?
Invisibility.
Do you believe in ghosts?
No.
What animal would you be?
A giraffe.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Nice, athletic, and funny.
Cannonball or jackknife?
Jackknife.
Jackknife.
Oh, that is great stuff from Julie Foudy with Adam Arol. Aaron Boone had been telling me, Rossi, he goes, you got to see these 21 questions. They're so good, and the kids are so great the way they just toss off those answers like it's nothing.
No big deal. You believe in ghosts? No. And just ends it with a can opener right into the bowl. You know? Like so fast. Ring, championship, ring, dab. I love the dab. The giraffe, that was interesting to me. You don't hear that favorite.
No, you're right.
Yeah,
underrated with the long
yeah,
neck.
Yeah.
It reminded me, remember Uncle Buck? Macaulay Culkin interrogates John Candy. He's asking him all those questions at the dinner table. Great stuff there. From
describe yourself in 3 words. Nice, athletic, and funny.
Yeah, I thought for a second he said nice, athletic, and toned. And I was like, oh man, this got some good self-confidence, this young man.
That's great. That's for the ladies. For the ladies.
Nice, athletic, and ripped.
Oh man.
Bodacious.
That's awesome.
Adam Arol. I love it, man. He's got great personality, and he looked great there in the top of the third for Michigan as he struck out the side. New pitcher now in the game for Italy as Christian Laghi is in. And he rings up a strikeout. And the first batter he faces. Braden Campbell strikes out as we take a closer look at Laghi, the 5'4", 121-pounder who goes by Chico.
Coming out dealing right there. Same thing with Adam. It's He's coming out, painting the black, strike 3 looking.
Mike, our stats can help me. Uncle Buck, the melanoma, Molly Russell's ward, if you remember the movie well enough. Go ahead and look it up.
Uncle Buck.
Oh, love it.
Love
One of John
Uncle
Candy
Buck.
classics.
Yeah.
Adam Arolt, by the way, speaking of the 21 questions, is now up. He's down 0-2 against Loggy.
Favorite athlete, Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I was going to say.
That's impressive.
The triple-double machine for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Arolt fouls that pitch off. Like you said, it's nice to see the personality of these kids. Like, obviously, some 12-year-olds are going to be shy, quiet, but some guys like Arolt, they're ready for the camera.
That's my favorite part about it. You know, obviously, they're all great baseball players. They wouldn't be here, so it's fun to watch how mature they are in their baseball knowledge. But when their personalities come out and they got swag, talking about dabbing, you know, like dance moves and music and the whole thing. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's interesting. At different levels, you can hear different players maybe take exception to celebrations. But here, it's been awesome to see bat flips and teams coming roaring out of the dugouts and rubbing heads and all those types of traditions.
Love it.
So Arolt strikes out as Loggy, striking the first 2 guys he's facing. And now it's Tommy Harris, the center fielder, who had a base hit in his first at-bat, struck out in his second time up.
Whoa! Loggy's trying to match Arolt. Trying to punch out the side, coming in throwing BBs.
Yeah, starters struggling for both these teams, but the relievers so far pinpoint. Bruce Hicks got the memo too. Let's start calling some strikes here. We're ready to go. 2-1 count here on Harris, the center fielder. That ball is going to be fouled down the right field line.
Nice breaking ball right there by Loggy. That's been pumping the heat, but throws a nice spinner.
It used to always be a source of conversation. At what age is it all right for little leaguers to throw breaking balls? What do you think?
Well, you know, I don't know if I have an age, but the fact that they're willing to pitch like that with their fastball, that's how you establish. Oh, he gave a
look at Loggy.
Love it, Loggy. Get him going, baby.
Time to raise the roof here for Team Italy.
Paints the fastball down the way. This is the money pitch in the big leagues. If you can execute that down the way, you're going to be looking really good. Loggy's fired up.
We continue with the ESPN's coverage of the Little League World Series presented by Dick's Sporting Goods. Alongside David Ross, I'm Adnan Burke. It's Michigan right now leading Italy 8-7 here in the top of the 4th from beautiful Howard J. Lamini Field. Kids of all ages here enjoying the action. And why not? It's a terrific day on ESPN and ESPN2 as we've got 5 games in total coming up. Next 2 will be on ESPN at 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock, and then the latter 2 at 6 and 8 on ESPN2. And, of course, baseball tonight following the nightcap. A lot of scoring, especially in the first inning here between Michigan and Italy, but now the pitchers have settled down. And Adam Arolt, who came on the last inning for Michigan, struck out the side. We'll see if he can keep it rolling after he punched out all 3. Now he'll be facing Tibertini here in the top of the 4th.
Back to the top of the lineup for Italy. Get something going here in the 4th. Things have slowed down a little bit since the first.
Tibertini, the grounder, going to be a tough play there for the third baseman, Jordan Arsenault, unable to do it as Matthew Green tries to pick it up. Fakes the throw, but instead, Tibertini is aboard with a base hit.
Really tough one right there. That's one that's in between. Slow roller where the third baseman's coming across. Shortstop would have to come in and make a really spectacular play just out of the reach of Jordan on that play.
So it's Simone Ioli now. Had a triple in the first inning and then grounded out to the shortstop in the second. Ioli, one of the 2 players returning for Italy. Played last year, went 1 for 5. He and Tibertini, in fact, so the top 2 hitters in the Italy lineup. And here's Ioli with a base hit into center, and runners up first and second here for Italy. So after Arald struck out the side in the top of the 3rd, now Italy with a back-to-back singles.
2 back-to-back base hits right there. See him stay up the middle here, just out of the reach of Adam. If he's right-handed, he might have that, but that lefty's coming across his body. Nice hard hit ball up the middle. Italy's got something going here in the top of the 4th.
The coaches had said this is a very balanced team where everyone is indispensable. It's a group effort, a very good defensive team, and a different from last year's team, which the coaches said was top-heavy. They said there was 4 players who really stood out last year, and here the goal is just to win 1 game as the pinch hitter Lorenzo Montanari shows bunt, then thinks better of it.
Yeah, well, they're fighting tooth and nail here to get that 1 W. Both teams are, and you can tell, like we said, coming out swinging. Now playing strategy, thinking about butting the 2 guys over.
They blaze it down, and Wisniewski, nice play there made by the catcher. You can appreciate that, Rossi.
Great play by Wisniewski right there. Comes out, jumps out right. First baseman crashing on him, calls the ball, gets around the baseball. Nice throw to first, hit him right in the chest. See here, right out in front. Had to find a little bit of traffic with his first baseman. Bare hands it. Steps, throws a nice strike to the second baseman covering first.
Sacrifice 2-4. And so Italy now with runners on 2nd and 3rd for Lorenzo Giuseppe Bacci.
And this is where Adam has really excelled with these left-handed batters. He's punched out all 3 that he's faced.
Whoa.
Very deceptive against left-handed hitters. Maybe he's their lefty specialist. He came in and faced all 3 lefties last time.
What to say, this lefty on lefty matchup here, key in the top of the 4th. Instead, 3-0 as he does not want to make a mistake here to Bacci, the number 4 hitter. Bacci said he'd most like to meet David Ortiz.
Big Poppy, that's a good one. He's a great guy. I mean, luckily I got to play with him, but it's like one of those guys that I like him every time I get around him. You know, it's just like, who doesn't like to meet big? If you got a name like Big Poppy, everybody loves you.
Right. Larger than life, big personality.
Great smile, warm. Fighting back here. Comes back, falls behind 3-0, gets himself back in the count. Great duel right here.
Bacci strikes out, so he had the account in his favor, but Arald battles back. Beginning in January 2018, Little League will join other youth baseball organizations in adopting USA Baseball's new USA Bat Standard. For more information on how this new youth standard will impact Little League, visit littleleague.org/bat-info. So Matteo Giraldi now hitting. As you see, mothers and daughters and everybody enjoying the action here. A little mound meeting. Let's take a listen to what the coach is saying.
You're done. You're going to go sit on a bench.
Okay.
You're going to go to left field. Tommy's going to come in the 3rd. Tommy!
You're third.
Good job. You're going off. Okay, give me that. Throwing hard now. Close it out. Okay. Close the game out. Let's go. Let's get this one. Okay.
All right. So Adam Arald. Nice work here for the lefty, and then the yell there for Tommy. Tommy Harris or Tommy Scheck? We'll find out which one he was yelling at. Well, as the pitcher gets warmed up here, 8-7, the top of the 4th. You know, Little League Baseball is all about learning and teaching moments, so let's check out this teaching moment.
Hey, I'm with Mateo and Hayden. We're going to talk about catchers, communication to the first baseman on a strike 3. You ready? So it's a ball in the dirt. Did her job now.
Inside.
Good. Inside. That first baseman gets all the way inside. Tommy, get that foot on the inside part of the base, okay? Foot on the inside part of the base. You ready? Here we go, Hayden. Good. Say it early. Catchers, you control this one. Good footwork there, all right? We changed it. Catchers, you control this. Clear yourself from the runner, first baseman. Get yourself on that side of the base. They gave us an out. We want to make sure that we take it.
Great stuff there from Kyle Peterson. So let's take a look, Rossi, here at what he was demonstrating.
He's exactly right. Get around the baseball. Clear yourself on the inside. Inside. We say inside because we're talking about in the baseline and in the runner. So when you get to the inside part of the bag, you have a nice lane to throw. If he was to block that ball and it would kick off in foul ground and the guy swings, we would say outside, just to let the first baseman know we're going to transfer our weight and our feet and our body to the outside part of the bag and give us a clear lane. That way the runner's never obstructing our throw. Nice job by Kyle.
All right, so apparently the pitcher, Jack Jones, while he was warming up, that's why he's laughing.
This is great.
He broke something, that's right. Jack Jones, while he's warming up, go ahead and, oh no, broke the lens. That's what the solar eclipse is going to do later on. You can't have the pitcher doing it.
What's this? Smash.
Coming right in your living room. It's the Little League World Series from Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Yeah, 2 balls and a strike. Jack Jones getting it done here for Michigan. We'll see what he can do on the mound after this. Love a little CCR, huge down here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Bad moon rising. Well, we can't wait for the solar eclipse. We're just about an hour or two away from that, depending on where you are here in the United States. We've got a great game with David Ross and Adnan Burke. Michigan leading Italy 8-7. So Jack Jones, after he broke a camera lens and they had to do the cleaning up the glass delay, is now in the game. The 6', 12-year-old, 149 pounds. You must have had some weird delays your time in the majors?
We've had some big, it came up, first time in Dodger Stadium, we had a couple beach balls fall on and they got to run out and get them. And it was in winter ball. We had a swarm of bees fly over the field. And they're just screaming, hit the dirt, hit the dirt. Everybody's like down, like on the field, just face down. And this humongous black cloud of bees just flew right over our field. It's really scary. Just loud noise.
Next to the 07, the midges with Jabba Chamberlain, the Yankees and the Indians. How crazy that was. So Jack Jones, after he breaks the lens, comes up with the strikeout. 8-7 right now. Michigan leads it as the bats will go to work. The eclipse has started. Oh my goodness, stop the presses. Get your glasses. A gorgeous setting here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Let's take a look at Honda's game summary. So Nicola Spagnuolo and Christian Laghi, a couple RBIs each for the team from Italy, and Jordan Arsenault had a huge 3-run home run as both teams batted around in the first inning. It was 7-6 after 1, and we said we're ready for a baseball game and a football game breakout. The touchdown, the missed extra point from Italy, but instead things have settled down a little bit as the pitching has been very good and picked it up a notch here in this consolation game from Lamity Field. Christian Laghi, who came on and struck out the side. Campbell, Aralt, Harris is who he set down for Italy in the bottom of the third. Now he goes back to work facing Tommy Sheck, the second baseman, who walked in his first plate appearance and then had a double in the second. Sheck with a drive to left. The left fielder going back, and that is gone. Tommy Sheck with a home run. A solo shot, and it's 9-7 Michigan.
Tommy Sheck, rocket double to right center last at bat. That's when you know a hitter's locked in, driving the ball to right field. Gets the ball here, middle of the plate up, and drops the hammer. Up and in, nice swing there by Tommy. Great sound right over the left field fence. Gives himself a couple claps coming around first. He's fired up. That boy, Tommy.
Tommy Scheck, who said the coolest place he's ever traveled is Windsor, Ontario, Canada, to a water park close enough there to Detroit, there in Michigan. He loves hockey. It's his favorite sport to watch and to play. His role model, the person he most wants to meet, is Wayne Gretzky. So, of course, the hockey player mentality translating here to baseball.
You're loving the Canadian stuff. I like it.
I brought up hockey pucks here in the booth. I can't wait.
We got it all.
Canada's 2-0, and Scheck, the Canadian, virtually with his hockey love, is doing well. Matthew Green now the base hit in the gap in left center, and that's a stand-up double here for Green.
Nice swing right here by Green, and Michigan has come out swinging here in the bottom of the fourth. Nice double, right, left center. I mean, these guys are swinging the bats good. Liking what they're seeing.
Yeah, Loggy, who had struck out the side in the bottom of the third here, gives up a home run to Scheck, the double to Green, and now Jack Jones. As both coaches mixing and matching here with the order. There's a wild pitch there, and Green is going to take advantage, go to third.
Tough one up and in there for the catcher to handle.
Jack Jones, he says he uses twin telepathy with Ryan, sometimes catches to call pitches. He's got raw power and athleticism, and we saw a glimpse of it there. The base hit into left. That'll score the 10th run of the game for Michigan, and an RBI double for Jack Jones.
That is definite raw power. That's a ground ball that got to the outfield fence really fast from Mr. Jones. That was impressive. Ball down into his legs, right by the shortstop, super fast. Look how fast this ball gets to the wall.
Yeah, Jack Jones not messing around at all as he slaps that pitch in for a double. A pitching change here for Italy as Christian Loggy, unfortunately, going into a speed bump here in the bottom of the fourth as Italy will try to regroup a little bit. But we're not going anywhere. We're going to focus a little more here on this team from Italy and just what it means. As we mentioned, this is all about growing the game and growing the sport. And for this team from Italy, this is the area that they're from, just to give you a little bit of perspective on this, the journey that they've made. So Emilia, the region, the home of several luxury automotive brands. It's northern Italy. It's south of Venice and Milan. It's north of Florence. The region's largest city is Bologna. But as I mentioned, the luxury automotive brands, Ferrari, Lamborghini, Maserati, Ducati, either all founded or in that area in Emilia. And another gem is the city of Parma, which is the home of the world's most famous type of prosciutto. Prosciutto di Parma is native to the region. Ever been to Italy, by the way, Rob?
I've never been to. I haven't traveled overseas too much. Okay. I don't get outside my box too, well. But
busy playing
it looks
50
beautiful.
Years
Yeah. It's just, I mean, your time down, and when you've been playing, it's not a whole lot of time off. You just kind of go home. Home is vacation at that point. But it looks like a place I need to go for sure. I can go there, and if you'll give me some money, I can buy one of those cars you're talking about. I mean, talk to some of these guys that I played with. They'd say, "Hey, man, let's go over here. Let's do some shopping." They'll think it's clothes, and we'll actually see if they'll purchase a car.
Just tell Anthony Rizzo, Chris Bryant,
yeah,
those guys,
Lester, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Tell Lester loan you the Maserati for a weekend.
Can I borrow it? Oh man!
The new pitcher Sebastiano Catalani is now in the game. Last pitch Saturday versus Mexico, threw 20 pitches there. So another lefty here for Italy as Catalani into the game.
Another tall, lanky left-hander. See what kind of mechanics we have here.
These guys are fun to watch.
They are. Oh, that's firm.
Chase Reinhardt is the batter. Struck out in his first plate appearance, and he walked in the second. Chaser with his favorite food of gnocchi, so he's got a little Italian flavor in him.
Who doesn't like a good potato dumpling, huh? I mean, right? He's my kind of guy.
Yeah.
Carb it up.
Italian food never goes out of style. Thanks to Franco's, the great restaurant here in Lewisburg, Pennsylvania. Took care of us last night.
I slept so good on a full belly last night. My goodness.
Just garlic
I feel like
bread.
I needed to run home, jog home from that place. I ate so much.
All appetizers. We didn't actually even need a meal. Reinhardt strikes out here as Catalani comes in. Nice pitch on the outside corner.
Great pitch right here, down and away. Again, you keep seeing it over and over again. The strikeouts aren't coming on some nasty breaking ball. It's a well-executed fastball down and away to the hitter. Really looks like a tough pitch to hit. Bruce is starting to open that thing up a little bit, paint it down and away.
Will Flom is now in the game, the pinch hitter for Michigan.
Well, this is my guy right here. All right, so I've been waiting to tell this story. I look at his bio, and his favorite player is Derek Jeter. I'm like, oh, okay, that's pretty normal.
Yep.
And I keep reading, and it says his favorite player non-baseball related, and he said Clayton Kershaw. I said, that is my favorite answer, because pitchers aren't athletes, obviously. Like, we all know that, right? But just kidding, Clayton. Don't kill me.
Will Flom now proving that pitchers are a different animal.
they're just a whole different breed.
Right.
They're not real baseball players.
Right.
I got to tell John Lester that one. That's a funny one. I was reading that. It was impressive.
Will Flom strikes out here.
Will's been growing his hair out.
Yeah, Will was growing he's trying to grow his hair down to his waist. I mean, he's got a little room to grow here, but
he hadn't cut it since they started, he said.
Lester texted you the other day. Didn't like the fact you had the polo shirt button.
Yeah, I had the top button. He goes, clean it up. Unbutton your top button. I was like, jeez. Still bossing me around. Never ends with those guys.
Great chemistry. Well, go ahead. Show us what we have top button.
I was trying to look professional. Baseball tonight, we usually wear suits on there. So I'm like, let me go with the golf shirt. I'll button it. It looks clean. I mean, that's not a bad look, is it, people? I mean, come on.
Go ahead, tweet him.
Right? I mean, that's not bad.
Feels a little preppy.
Right there. Right. It's just professional, nice. I won't let the gray hairs bust out here my chest. So he's like, button it up, and I did. I felt better, and he texted me back and said, how's that? He just laughed.
I just love the fact Johnny Lester and all these Major League Ball players are watching. It's awesome.
Oh, they're tuned in for sure. Like I said, these guys love the Little League World Series. We're watching. You see the guys. We love the antics from the kids, how they mimic a lot of the stuff that the big leaguers do, and just in the high socks or the way they wear their unis and the wristbands and the whole thing.
Drew Hill strikes out, so Catalani was terrific. The lefty comes on for Italy and not messing around at all as he gets Chase Reinhardt and Drew Hill as well. Michigan leads it by 3. Top of the 5th is coming up. Continue here, Michigan and Italy. The kids aren't the only ones here having fun. You and I are fist bumping. We're trying on the glasses for the eclipse coming up. Raising the roof just like the kids were on the mound.
Getting them going, man. I love the interaction. You can't see nothing. It's like dark when you put on these glasses. We're talking jumping out of airplanes. I'm going there straight when this is over, people. I'm just telling you. I don't need any camera to follow me, but I've been eyeballing which slope I'm going down. I'm looking to see which one's got the fastest path.
Yeah, it doesn't have to have Rossi written on it. You're not going to go to that level, but just get me a good piece of cardboard and get down that
exactly.
hill.
Give me the biggest slope and just have a trainer close by. Have a medical staff personnel somewhere nearby just in case.
Jack Jones is still on the mound for Michigan. New catcher now, Adam Arol, facing Giovanelli. Jessica Mendoza went down head first. Clearly, she's fearless, so she wanted to really experience it pure velocity. And Giovanelli strikes out there, and the catcher makes the play over to first. Once again, it is tremendous coverage all day long here on ESPN and ESPN2 from Williamsport. South Korea and Mexico coming up on ESPN, and then it's California and New Jersey at 3 o'clock. 6 o'clock Eastern on ESPN2. It's Venezuela facing the Dominican Republic, and Connecticut and Washington, 8 Eastern on ESPN2. 5 games from the Little League World Series, and all 4 of those are win or go home elimination games. So plenty at stake here. Borrello is now up for Italy. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
Jack Jones is bringing the heat. He is just blowing fastballs right by these guys.
Borrello, by the way, favorite actor, Harrison Ford. There's been a lot of these guys they love, Kevin Hart, Adam Sandler, a lot of the Italian players like Sylvester Stallone. Old school here, Harrison Ford. He must love Indiana Jones.
He's right in your wheelhouse, isn't he?
Exactly.
I love it.
Go talk some 70s movies later on as he strikes out here. Back to Jack Jones. You're right. A lot of heat.
A lot of heat. And we got Adam back behind the plate coming from pitching, striking out the side. We got our first left-handed catcher right here. Right-handed pitcher. You don't see this too often. North Carolina's got a really good one. And you see Adam back there catching. I love how they're putting these guys back there. When I was coming up, it was like, oh, you're left-handed, you can never catch. And these guys are doing a great job. I mean, the way they receive, the way they put their body in position behind the plate really can benefit a right-handed pitcher, these left-handed catchers. I love it.
Yeah, why is it that no left-handed catchers? I mean, Tim Kirchin was speculating a little bit. More batters are right-handers. If you're throwing to second, the guy's going to get out of the way.
Yeah, it's a little bit of the lane and a little bit of how you're, maybe a guy stealing third. It's a funny transfer, but it's no different than me trying to pick a guy off first. I'm having to throw against my body. I guess the theory is, like Tim said, but for me, my favorite guys to throw on were left-handed hitters because I got a clear lane in the right-handed batter's box. So that made it easier for me when I had the opposite side hitting for me to throw.
Yeah, it was amazing. We were talking to Tim. By the way, Tim Kirchin is on the way to go see his son sing before the Indians game. Father of the Year. Timmy's driving 10 hours today, 5 hours right now. He's going to watch his son sing and then drive 5 hours back. But his thought on the left-handed catcher.
Sing the anthem, so it's going to be about 30 seconds and he's coming back. I mean, not singing like in a concert.
Right. Jeff Kirkjian going to be bringing it tonight for his dad, Tim, in attendance. And Mom Kathy will be there as well as the walk here. So Italy's got runner aboard. But, I mean, that's impressive dedication from Timmy K.
No doubt. Timmy is Dad of the Year. We voted him that last night when he told us all that. Like, man.
I think he just loves to drive, though. I mean, I like your theory that Tim just wants to get in the car, enjoy the open road.
Yeah. I think he's a loner. He likes to sit and listen to talk radio. Timmy's the greatest. He's got all those stories. It's got to be from miles and miles of talk radio, knowing everything about the history of baseball. It's impressive being around him just in general, but I can definitely see him just head forward, sunglasses on, just listening to talk radio, enjoying life.
Timmy will be back with us tomorrow, so he'll be calling the game with me in the morning. Line drive there, the put-out made by the right fielder, Chase Reinhardt. So Michigan leads at 10-7, a chance to add some more runs to their lead when we come back in the bottom of the fifth.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, supporting youth sports in our community since 1948.
Some people wait a lifetime to meet their favorite player. I am raising mine.
Yeah, every parent dreams of this. You get to be on the hill here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, and see your child in the Little League World Series. It's awesome. Michigan right now leading Italy 10-7 in the consolation game here in the bottom of the fifth, the first of 5 games today on ESPN and ESPN2. That's right, big hits are out there. People are keeping themselves entertained. Rock, paper, scissors. You got slushies. You got the lawn chair. Solar eclipse is just about an hour away from happening, at least here in Pennsylvania. I know it's already underway here in Oregon as we're underway in the bottom of the fifth.
How cool is that, though? The promo opening up, he just says, my favorite player is I'm raising him. It's such a truth. When you're a parent, you're so invested in your child, and this has got to be a special, special time for them and the child, obviously, but the parents, they've got to be loving this. Grandparents, all these people traveling from all over the world.
Yeah, obviously you're trying to balance not only being a parent, being supportive of your child, but also helpful and encouraging and naturally competitive.
It's
of course,
hard,
you want
right?
to win.
Yeah, no doubt. And you want to see them do well and try to keep their confidence, not bury them every time they make a mistake.
Seriously.
Right?
Just bite your nails and bite your tongue. Braden Campbell striking out here in the bottom of the fifth. 4th strikeout there for Catalani. Tonight, after our NFL preseason game between the Giants and Browns on ESPN, do not miss SportsCenter at night with Stan and Neil. We'll have all the highlights from that game, plus the best from the Little Leaguers, Major Leaguers, and everything else. SportsCenter at night, also streaming live on the ESPN app. Stan and Neil always doing an awesome job with that terrific crew out in Los Angeles. As football season right around the corner, looking forward to some Monday Night Football tonight. Adam Aralt here, 1 for 2. So Italy, 12 of the 13 outs they have recorded have come via the strikeouts. That's interesting. They may be losing 10-7, but when they do get the out, it's via the punch-out.
Well, I think they've all locked it in since that first inning, like you said. They've settled in and really just pitching well. The nerves are off. They're aggressive.
Another
Both teams
strikeout
having
here.
their top pitching in. High heat. A lot of high heat or fastballs down the way. That's what it should tell you, kids. Learn to locate that fastball. Learn to throw that fastball. Climbing the ladder right here. Tough one to lay off, like we talked about. That high fastball, you see it well, but it's by you by the time you get to swinging.
Catalani not afraid to throw the high fastball, so he gets Campbell and Aralt here.
Whoa.
And unless Italy can score a few runs in the top of the sixth, this will be the last time that their defense will be on the mound. So clearly they're trying to savor this experience and take back these memories home with them. As Tommy Harris is up, the center fielder. 1-1.
There's that electric fastball right there. Middle. Got the shades on. The kids look amazing. Shades. How about the gear they get to come away with after this event? I mean, bags of stuff. Glasses, shoes, socks.
Yeah, like you were saying, how cool would it be to go to Italy right now as an adult? For these kids, you're 12 years old, you come from a different country, the United States. Obviously, you've soaked up some aspects of the culture, whether it's music or movies or television, but it's quite another thing to actually be here and to play baseball. Historic site here. I mean, those are certainly memories that you're going to be cherishing and use those as life lessons.
You're exactly right. I mean, you're going to these, see things on TV, but never actually been there, being it somewhere. And from here on out, they can say, you know what, I've been there. This is where we hung out. This is where we played ping pong at the Grove, you know, just playing with all kind of kids and really creating friends, lifelong friends. Friendships in those dorms where we're competing in the ping pong. I love how competitive the ping pong has gotten, and the cornhole from yesterday with the big leaguers. These are memories that they'll never forget.
Tommy Harris, who eats Lucky Charms before games for good luck. It's good luck here as he works a walk. Boy, Tommy.
I love it. They're magically delicious. Is that?
Well, he learned how to do card tricks on YouTube, so he knows a lot of different tricks. So, magically delicious.
Yeah.
Right.
They're good luck.
By the way, he also likes going to Tigers games, but he says he only goes when they're good. So he's a smart man as well. By the way, the New Jersey team is coming up. They'll be on later today on ESPN, so they're already getting set. Jersey's going to be taking on California. That's at 3 o'clock Eastern on ESPN. And, of course, if this game goes past 1 o'clock, so another 5 more minutes, we will actually shift over to ESPN News as that ball is popped up and out of play. So we've got a quadruple header of games coming up. First two on ESPN, the latter two on ESPN2. So once again, we'll be making a move in a few minutes from now if our game has not concluded. You see South Korea and Mexico next on ESPN, and then New Jersey and California, as you saw that team from New Jersey getting set to take on the kids from Cali.
Probably over at the field that we were at earlier, thinking a game should be going on.
Me and Rossi hanging out. Volunteer field, 30 minutes for first pitch, 5 people in the stands. We're like, all right, well, you know. Guess these
Tough
guys
crowd
take their
today. Right.
Exactly.
Nobody's showing up for the consolation game.
Yeah, like, all right, well, we're going to make it sing no matter what. Oh, we're at the wrong field. Oh, now it all makes sense.
Full lather sprinting over here.
It's all right. We'll get some snow cones afterwards. Don't need to get Tommy Pham to buy for us either. Tommy Sheck here, 1-1. And the runner advancing. Harris goes over to third as Manuel Monda. So here's the test, Rossi. Which field are we at right now? The one on the right or the one on the left? Doug Holmes, our director, putting you on the spot.
We're left. We're left.
There you go, buddy. Well done.
Doubt.
Now you've made it to
Well, I just
Williamsport.
knew I had the full cover over it. I'm looking around. I'm no dummy. I just scanned really fast around here.
Big sign, Little League World Series. If you haven't been, you've got to make an appearance here.
Got to make it. I mean, the drive-in yesterday was my first day, and we've come down that hill, and just the view when you finally pass that first wall and can see down into here, just it really is. I turned into a 12-year-old really fast. It was amazing to see just the small field and how the wall, and I mean, it looks like just a miniature big league stadium, which is all it is.
No place like it in America. As right now, a little mound meeting here for the Italian team. Yeah, it's interesting. You would think, okay, a lot of locals here, fine, making the drive up from Pennsylvania. Pittsburgh's a few hours away, maybe some from Philly. But honestly, if you've got a child here, you're going to come from New Jersey, California, no matter where it is.
No doubt. And it's a lot of people's first time here, and that's what's special, too. It's unique to everybody that's showing up. It's not old hat for many around here because everybody comes from so many different areas that every year it just depends on who's playing well and being able to make this journey.
3-1 right now to Tommy Sheck for Sebastiano Catalani, the Italian pitcher. Tall and lanky lefty trying to get one more strikeout before the bats go to work in the top of the 6th.
Good swing there. Little tardy. This big lefty's handing it to his catcher. Right on top of these guys. Tommy's been locked in today. He's 2 for 2.
Fouls it off once again.
He's been looking good at the plate. Obviously, after that double and the homer, this has been their guy today.
Nicest kid on the team, according to the coaches. He's always smiling. A great hitter with a lot of upside in his future.
3-2.
Seeing that come to fruition right now.
Sheck goes right back up the middle, driving another run here for Michigan. The RBI single makes it 11-7 here for Michigan. So for those of you who would like to finish watching this game, turn over to ESPN News. For now, we continue with great coverage on ESPN. South Korea taking on Mexico. All right, for all those of you on ESPN News, it is the Little League World Series consolation game. Grosse Pointe, Michigan taking on the team from Emilia, Italy. Alongside David Ross, I'm Adnan Verk. It's 11-7 right now for Michigan after Tommy Sheck just had an RBI single. And so both of these teams, once again, will be heading home after this, but Michigan trying to close out on a high note. Let's take a look at our top dog moment of the game, brought to you by Oscar Mayer Hot Dogs. In case you're just joining us, certainly lots of moments to celebrate and enjoy so far. A couple of home runs as we've seen some power here. Jordan Arsenault for Michigan in the first had that 3-run home run. And then Tommy Sheck as well.
Tommy's on fire. It double, RBI base hit, and the home run. Look at that. Look at that reaction.
And then how crazy was this? Your guy Jack Jones comes in breaking cameras all over. This is why we can't have nice things. We're breaking camera lenses.
Kids these days don't know how to take care of nice equipment.
I like the fact he didn't feel sheepish or ashamed. He's laughing, enjoying it.
He's like, I ain't got to pay for it.
So what are we seeing now? It's Michigan leading at 11-7 at the bottom of the 5th. But the new camera, it's back now.
Nice. That was quick. That was really fast.
I'm telling you.
Nice job, guys.
Not only the cleanup was real quick, but a new camera immediately installed. Crew here at ESPN, unbeatable. Fly ball there into right, and Jacopo Barella there making the catch. So last chance for Team Italy. Can they score 4 at the top of the 6th? We'll find out right after this. Continue here on ESPN News. It's Italy facing Michigan in the consolation game from the Little League World Series, the first of 5 games today on ESPN networks. As Italy has one last chance to extend their experience at Little League World Series, Drew Hill is now in the game for Michigan. So it's been wonderful to see the coaches giving opportunities to all the different players, whether it's want to pitch or have different positions in the infield. This is their final time here, so why not make the most of it?
Drew Hill on the mound. Favorite player, Charlie Blackmon. That's a good one to like, Drew.
Absolutely.
Tell you what I love about Drew. Looking at him, his favorite website, Fangraphs.
Oh,
how about that? He's looking in deep to this stuff.
Locked into baseball already. I love it, Drew Hill. His brother Tyler played on the 2013 Grosse Pointe Woods Shores Little League team that made it to Williamsport. He's the manager's son. They sort of the team clown, although his dad doesn't find his antics humorous.
been there, done that, Dad. I know how that is. Oh, goodness.
Tough kid, very competitive. And when you're the manager's son, Jason Hill.
And your brother's already been here. You got a lot of experience.
Yeah.
Saw him in warm-ups doing a couple change-ups.
Oh, there you go.
I think going back to just some of the pitching, like you said, fastball change-up was more of what guys wanted. But as long as the kids aren't just throwing a ton of breaking balls, I don't have a problem with it.
Yeah. Yeah, like you said, not a specific age necessarily that you'd say, but it's more just, I guess, the use of it.
Yes.
If you're going to throw it once in a while, it's probably okay, but don't wear out your elbow.
No doubt.
3-1 right now to Federico Tibertini as the top of the lineup here for Italy. And Tibertini works a walk from Drew Hill.
Good start for Italy here in the top of the inning. Looking at their last at bat. Get that leadoff guy on. That's how it all starts. That's how the rally starts.
And it's now time for Simone Ioli, one of the two remaining returning players from last year. Now trying to keep things going. Good block on the plate there by Adam Arol.
Nice block by Adam. Keeping that ball in front, using his body and his glove to keep that ball in front of him. Up in a secondary stance with a runner on. Not textbook, but we'll take it. We always say it doesn't matter how you block the ball, it's just that you block it.
Ioli's the captain, played in the 2016 Little League World Series, trying to get a victory here for Italy. That was the goal, according to the manager and the coaches, just get one win. And they hadn't actually lost all summer. They played about 18 to 20 games. But the coaches thought they played pretty well back home, so they're hoping to have that translate. And unfortunately, haven't been able to pick up a win as of yet, but at least the offense showed up today, which is a good sign. And back-to-back, oh no. Thought it was a walk there. Ioli thought it was. He's going to go back and get the bat.
Bruce thought differently than most of us. But, you know, I think this kid, Ioli wants to hit anyways. So let's see what he can do.
Well, his favorite band is Imagine Dragons, and the favorite song is Believer. So he's believing that
he's believing I'm going to get a homer right here. My last Little League World Series at bat.
By the way, more than a few of these players, their favorite player is Anthony Rizzo. So you got to let Riz know. Come out here, Team Italy.
I texted him earlier, and he was fired up. And I think, you know, the big Italian that's in Chicago, he's rooting for these guys. I know. He's played for Team Italy in the WBC. And
Ioli there on the ground at the third. It's stopped at the third baseman, Tommy Scheck. But look at the effort by Ioli, beating out and a fist pump as well.
Great hustle right here. Chopper to third base. In between hop, busting it down the line. You never know what may happen. Getting out of the box really well. Look at that stride. Nice stride by Ioli. Keeping this inning alive for Italy.
E5 there on Tommy Scheck. But what's more notable is the hustle by Ioli.
Love it.
Down the line.
If you can teach young players to play hard and get down the line, you know, Joe Madden always had the hard 90 rule. We wanted you to bust it down the line. That was going to set the tone for just the team and the game and how we play baseball. When you got a guy leading, like you said, the captain, Ioli, getting down the line every time, no matter how hard you hit it, that's a big deal. And it sets the tone for the rest of his teammates. That's why he's the captain. Respect 90 is what Joe's foundation is called, and it sets the tone for our team, too. Hard 90 down the first base line. Respect that 90 feet. Respect the game. Play hard, no matter your skill set or your level of where you're playing. If you play the game the right way, good things can happen.
So Drew Hill was quickly ahead 0-2 and now 2-2. But you're right, Arol doing a good job behind the plate.
Great stop. Great stop there. Keeping the balls in front. Don't want to let those runs start getting in. Then the pressure starts to build a little bit. Keep those guys double play in order. You never know. Might get a double play. Ground ball. Little miscommunication on the signs. Now they're locked and loaded. Nice swing. Little foul back to us. This game's getting interesting here late, Adnan. I like it.
Antonio Casadio battling right now. walked his first 2 plate appearances, had that sacrifice back in the 4th, and now he's looking to have a big hit here for the Italians. It's definitely gone unexpected considering both these teams had struggled to get to this point. Offense not an issue early on. It was 7-6 after the first. It was a 35-minute first inning. And instead, now the pitching's taken over, and Drew Hill, a big strikeout there.
Big strikeout by Drew Hill. Nice job. Nice job getting ahead on that hitter. Had a couple, fell behind the first 2 hitters. Got ahead and was able to punch him out on that 2-2 pitch.
So Casadio goes down, and now it's up to Lorenzo Giuseppe Bacci.
The LBC. No, what was it?
LGB.
I love his favorite song's Hell's Bells. We had to talk about that. I love it. AC/DC. All the way from Italy. I love it.
Let's say old school, and his favorite movie is Back to the Future. So he'll get in his DeLorean and make some magic as that ball rolls down the right field line. We keep talking about solar eclipses. How about 1.21 gigawatts? That's how you got to go. Get some plutonium, get in the car.
Hell's Bells always makes me think of Trevor Hoffman.
Oh, yeah.
I was in San Diego and played with him, and he'd come out with those doors open, and Hell's Bells starts ringing. It's like, wow.
Strikeout here at Bocce. Nice pitch by Drew Hill.
Front door breaking ball by Drew Hill there. That was nasty. Threw it right at him. That's why that left-on-left breaking ball, you never see it. Threw it right at his front shoulder. He buckles. That ball's right down middle end. Nice pitch by Drew Hill there.
And so it's up to Nicola Spagnuolo. First pitch swinging for a strike. Italy down to its final batter.
Killed the ball last time. I mean, that hard line drive, the shortstop. It's going to be a tough out for Drew.
Favorite book and his favorite movie is Twilight, so he's hoping that this has a happy ending here for the Italian team. He'd most like to meet Miguel Cabrera, and if there's one thing Miggy can do, it's drive in runners in scoring position.
That's right.
He said
behind. Yeah.
Looking forward to the most thing in the Little World Series is win and learn. So
nice. Definitely going to get one of those, right?
And that ball gets away from the catcher, A-roll, and the runners advance up to second and third.
2 outs here. No harm in that for the Michigan team. He's got to get back to throwing strikes. Drew looks a little more comfortable against those left-handed hitters. Just keeping his mechanics. Sometimes when you're facing left on left or right on right, it makes the pitcher stay in their mechanics and go, drive through their catcher. Right now, it looks like he just gets a little off and pulls that ball down and into the righties. Or is that last one up and away?
The 3-1. Big pitch there to run it full.
Hey, two.
Spagnuolo ripped that one, right? Wow.
Goodness.
How about the ping off that bat?
Watch your lips. The umpire, coach, kid on third. Watch this ball. I mean, look at that. Woo. That's a rocket.
Look out. Exit velocity there for Spagnuolo. And instead, Drew Hill rings it up. Michigan, the first win for a team from that great state since 1982. So congrats to Michigan as they win here. The team from Grosse Pointe. So much for Grosse Pointe blank. They pull up the victory. So great for them. The first win by a team from Michigan since 1982 as they defeat the team from Italy 11-7. But congrats to the Italians. A good showing as always. The Little League World Series continues with South Korea versus Mexico. Unbelievable for Jersey. Dominican Republic and Venezuela 6 o'clock on ESPN2. And then Washington, Connecticut 8 p.m. ESPN2. All these teams are 1-1. So it's win or go home. There's a lot at stake. Speaking of at stake, last night it was the Little League Classic. The Pittsburgh Pirates taking on the St. Louis Cardinals, and Andrew McCutchen and other players, including Randall Gritchick, were playing ping pong, a little bit of cornhole, and then it was time to meet some of the players and then hop on the bus. They went from the compound here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania, over to BB&T Ballpark at historic Bowman Field. Kutch, obviously a big star there. You see the teams from Australia and the Midwest before the game was played, and it was a special journey and a special result on Sunday Night Baseball as the Pirates and the Cardinals played a Major League game. Both of those teams in the hunt, of course, for the NL Central. And with that, we say welcome to Howard J. Lamade Stadium alongside two-time World Series champion David Ross. I'm Adnan Burke. It is great to have you with us. First time here for Rossi, and that's why we got our broadcasting jitters out of the way. We actually went to the wrong stadium. We were at Volunteer Stadium just about 20 minutes ago, and then said, oh, no, we're at Lamade today.
We're like, where is everybody? There's nobody's in the stands. Nobody's taking infield. We're going, wait a minute. I mean, they show up really early. Oh, maybe on the backfield's taking infield. No, guys, you're at the wrong stadium. We come here, it's packed, music's playing. They're midway through the infield. We've made our first mistake for the day.
Exactly. Now we're going to be ready to go. These kids are definitely ready. You see the team from Great Lakes get a little shimmy shake right now. What was it like for you seeing the Pirates and Cardinals last night? Big leaguers playing here.
A beautiful, beautiful atmosphere there over at Bowman, and just the way that the guys treated, you know, the little leaguers during the day, and then to see the looks on their face, playing a meaningful game in a unique scenario. They were locked in. The place looked amazing. It was almost like a mini concert for like just friends and family, right? It was pretty cool atmosphere. The kids were right behind home plate. It was a great atmosphere and great play, great game.
And the most popular player now for all the kids here is Tommy Pham. Why is that?
Tommy Pham, one of the coolest things I've ever seen, bought the kids 200 snow cones. And I think like Gritchick and some of those guys stole a couple from the kids. So I was giving them crap about that over there. Like, come on, man, it's for the kids. Buy your own snow cone.
We'll get some snow cones, hopefully on the field and in the stands, as Italy is taking on Michigan. First pitch is coming right up, right here on ESPN. Do not go anywhere.
It's the feeling like it's never gonna end. It's the reason keeps you coming back again, saying I want summer forever, summer forever.
The Little League World Series on ESPN is presented by Dick's Sporting Goods, supporting youth sports in our community since 1948, and a partner of the all-new Odyssey from Honda, official vehicle of Little League.
Italy taking on Michigan in a consolation game, almost like an international friendly, as both of these teams have been unfortunately eliminated from the Little League World Series, but hopefully going to go out on a winning note here, as you see a good crowd here at Lamade Stadium. And the journey for Italy, that's right. Emilia is a region in northern Italy. It's south of Venice and Milan, north of Florence. The region's largest city is Bologna. And in fact, it's the home of several luxury automotive brands. So Ferrari, Lamborghini, Maserati, Ducati, all the David Ross specials. And another gem also is the city of Parma, the world's most famous type of prosciutto. Prosciutto di Parma is a native to the region. Let's meet the team from the great country of Italy.
Ciao, sono Matteo Gerali e il mio giocatore preferito è Aaron Judge.
Ciao, mi chiamo Lorenzo Montanari e il mio giocatore preferito è Dustin Pedroia.
Ciao, sono Manuel Monda e il mio giocatore preferito è Javier Baez. Ciao, mi chiamo Federico Tiburtini e il mio giocatore preferito è Osal Tuve.
Ciao, mi chiamo Simone Ioli e il mio giocatore preferito è Andrew McCutcheon.
Ciao, il mio nome è Antonio Casadio e il mio giocatore preferito è Salvatore Perez. Ciao, il mio nome è Cristian Laghi e il mio giocatore preferito è Salvador Perez.
Ciao, mi chiamo Jacopo Borella e il mio giocatore preferito è Anthony Rizzo.
Ciao, il mio nome è Riccardo Ravegnani e il mio giocatore preferito è José Altuve.
Ciao, sono Riccardo Nepoti e il mio giocatore preferito è Alessandro Maestri.
Ciao, sono Matteo Giovanelli e il mio giocatore preferito è Mike Trout.
Ciao, mi chiamo Sebastiano Catellani e il mio giocatore preferito è Aaron Judge.
Ciao, mi chiamo Lorenzo Bacci e il mio giocatore preferito è David Ortiz.
Ciao, mi chiamo Nicola Spagnolo e il mio giocatore preferito è Miguel Cabrera.
Ciao, boys. Thank you for making the journey across the Atlantic and here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Time for first pitch as we are underway. First pitch swinging, in fact, and the first out of the game recorded there in center field as Federico Tiburtini flies out. So the pitcher on the mound for the Great Lakes in this consolation game is Braden Campbell, the 12-year-old, 5'3", 86 pounds. You see his favorite emoji is 100 as he's looking forward to giving 100% in the final game here for the team from Great Lakes, Michigan.
Ball.
Here's Simone Ioli stepping in here now. And in terms of experience, there's not a lot of players who have a lot of experience when it comes to Little League World Series. But Ioli is one of the 2 returning players from last year's team. Last year went 1 for 5 at the plate. And this time rips a pitch into right. Ioli's got extra bases as the right fielder, Adam Arott, digs it out. But Ioli's going into third with a triple.
Going to 3. Nice base run. Look at that emotion right there. High five from the coach. Good base running. Get to third with less than 2 outs. Got a chance to drive in a run right here with your 3-hole hitter. Stays on that pitch, drives it to right. This ballpark is amazing. I mean, looking at this, we're right here on top of these guys. This is a pretty special seat we got here.
So with 1 away, it's Antonio Casadio, the catcher, who looks at ball 1 inside. Ioli has 3 of Italy's 4 hits so far this Little League World Series. So one of the 2 veterans certainly has made an impact so far as Casadio steps in.
Ball.
And the catcher looking around, Joe Wisniewski, but is able to recover before Ioli makes a mad dash home.
Nice knockdown there by Joe. I love how the Italy team looks ready to swing. They're coming out swinging. They're not waiting around. They're early morning. They're nice and loose. Let's go.
Yeah, one big difference you're going to notice, Rossi. These guys are not waiting as much for their pitch. They're going to go out and hack.
You know what I've noticed, too, that the catching at this level is just, I mean, blows my mind how good these catchers are here. To block balls, frame, throw kids out.
Ball.
3-1 right now to Casadio. Yeah, pace of play is not an issue here at the Little League World Series. They get it and go,
They're
man.
swinging. We're gonna mandate MLB to, you just got to come out swinging. No taking pitches.
Yep. Ball. And the walk there for Casadio. So Italy with runners on first and third here in the first. That will bring up Lorenzo Giuseppe Bacci.
LGB, as we like to call him.
Yeah, we're already giving out nicknames.
We're giving
here.
out nicknames.
Now, he's known as the funny man. His faces are unique, according to the coaches, and he goes by the nickname Larry. So we'll see what Larry can knock out here.
I love it. It's like a pet hamster name or something. Like, I have a pet Larry. I love it. The funny guys always comes up with the simple names, right?
Right, exactly.
This guy like cool, like swag names. No, he's just going with Larry.
Right.
I like his stance, too. Just tall.
Ball.
Tall in the box, getting ready to drop the barrel.
No question.
A lot of sign from the third base coach right there. They might be putting something on. What do you think?
Yeah, it could be an option here with first and third, 1 out.
Hey! Probably gave him the take sign, 2-0. Threw six balls in a row. He's going to be hacking here.
Bacci swings, and that will get through the right side. So that scores the first run of the game for Italy as Bacci delivers with an RBI single.
Italy is on the board. Like you said, they're coming out swinging. Their coach made him take 1. It's like, I'm not letting another one go by. Breaking ball right here. Stays on it, drives it through the 3-hole there. Mom's enjoying it. Look at here. Fired up, making that trip.
Yeah, it's great to see, obviously, the fan support. It's one thing when you see the locals and Americans, but the fact that a lot of the friends and family have come over here. I mean, listen, Italy's Little League program does not have the budget the other sports have. It is all volunteer-based. So the ones here are really because they love baseball in a country that's obviously so soccer-bound.
Right, and they're not the most, it's not the most popular sport in their country either. So you make that trip all the way over here, and what's cool to me was the parents, the kids were able to watch the game, the big league game yesterday together, all in that environment. Was really a unique. There wasn't a whole lot of tickets. I think it was just a lottery of some extra tickets, like 200 tickets that were given out.
Right.
Oh, we almost got a foul ball. Oh.
Italy, 4 Little League World Series appearances, and the 4th most by a European country. The 3 countries with more are Germany, Spain, and Russia. But you see, back in 1979, Aviano Air Force Base Little League represented Italy, and that was a team comprised of children of the U.S. Air Force personnel, and they actually defeated Canada. So that was their lone victory, and that's how you start to build memories and build a fan base, right?
Yeah, and that's how you build the sport. I think that's what MLB is trying to do here, is just grow the sport, not just in the United States. Whoa.
Spagnuolo, he's known as the good giant. And there he rips a pitch into left, and that'll score the second run of the game as Spagnuolo with an RBI double.
Now this ball is smoked through the 6th hole here, and there's a reason why the left fielder was playing up against the track. Watch how hard this ball's hit. One hop, it's through the infield, all the way out there, almost to the wall in left field. Great swing by the good giant.
Italy in their first 2 games went 3 for 29. So far today, 3 for 4. So the bats definitely have come alive, and now it's a center fielder, Matteo Giovanelli, known as the Spider-Man outfielder.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing him go get some balls in center today.
Like many, wears an unwashed uniform for good luck. Why not? Get that dirtbag reputation
Yeah,
early.
that's right. That's right. You got to be there. There's got to have that grinder on the team, right? There's always the funny guy. You got to have the guy that the Dustin Pedroias of the group that just, he's dirty when he comes out of the locker room, even in the big leagues when they wash him.
Like a human pig pen. That ball outside there from Campbell. So 1-2 right now as he's trying to limit the day. I imagine would love to get a strikeout here on Giovanelli. That pitch lined out there to the second baseman, so Tommy Scheck takes care of it for the second out of the inning.
That was kind of an in-between one, too. A tough play. He didn't know how hard that was hit. Almost doubled up guy on second there. Just kind of a soft liner. Hung up just long enough for him to catch it.
So here will be the pitcher, Riccardo Nepoti, as he'll have a couple runners here in scoring position trying to give himself something to work with before he goes to work on the mound in the bottom of the first. Nicknamed the Banker. We still need some clarity as to why that is, but maybe it's because he's cash money here delivering up the middle. The RBI single will score 1, and it's 3-0 now for Italy as a base runner decides to hold up there at third, Spagnuolo.
You said it. Money in the bank right there. Coming through. #1 pitcher on the staff. Base hit up the middle, just out of the reach of Campbell. Nice try by the shortstop, Randazzo. Italy has come out on fire. Coach thought about sending him from third, but held him up right at the last second.
Andiamo, sotto. Vai in prima. Vai, vai 5.
So a substitution here.
Tried to brush up on my Italian, but it's not. They're talking way too fast for me.
Yeah, the special pinch runner coming in here, Lorenzo Montanari. So pinch runner-wise, you can substitute a player. They can come back in a little bit later on. So it's one of the nuances here of Little League if you're new to it.
I wish they would have had that in the big leagues for me.
Exactly. Rossi, we're going to pinch run for you, but you can come back in here and catch a little bit later on.
Too slow.
Twice a game, but not more than 1 time per inning. A team may utilize a player who is not in the batting order as a special pinch runner. Catalani there, a base hit in the center. And Tommy Harris misjudges it for second. That allows both runners to move up a base. So right now, Italy is all over Braden Campbell. It's now 4-0 in the top of the first.
Nice base run in here. Great swing. Line drive to center field. But you got the backside base runner there going to second was huge. So base hit scores 2 instead of 1 now.
Yeah, they count as a single and an RBI, so no error there on the play for Harris.
Ball.
As Christian Laghi now, the #9 hitter wearing jersey #9, as Italy improbably going to battle around here on the top of the first. Chico, as they call him.
Favorite song, Despacito. He's locked into the new stuff, right?
I was going to say, very popular right now on the charts.
Very
Despacito.
popular.
The 1-1 count here to Laghi. Swings through that, 1-2.
This is my kind of guy. Favorite subject in school, PE, physical education. That's me.
Exactly.
You see some of these guys, math and science. No.
Right.
PE.
I just like to go out there and run and show off my
Don't make me think too hard.
Laghi popped that up there. Took a second for Wisniewski to try to track it, the catcher, but obviously
didn't see it.
Too tough a play there to make.
That's a tough one there. That's the catchers. You don't know which way it's going to come off the bat. He looked up, came out forward, had some good backspin to it. Up here up against the net.
I can't wait. We're going to have a David Ross tutorial with some of these catchers.
I can't wait. These kids are better than me in my prime. I mean, blocking, framing. The gear is off the charts. I mean, like, I want to go down and just ask them, can I borrow their gear?
Oh, it's going to be
great. That stuff is nice.
You'll teach them a few things about catching. Maybe they'll teach you a few things, and we'll be all good. Pitch a little inside as Laggy just gets out of the way. So a full count now with runners on second and third for the third baseman. Laggy there, a base hit into right center, and that's going to score two more. Takes a wide turnaround first where he thinks better of it and heads back to the base, but a two-run single, and Italy is up 6-0 in the top of the first.
We said it early on. They came out swinging. I don't know who gave them the pep talk. I don't know if Christian, their manager, gave them the pep talk, but they come out swinging, getting their pitch, driving it in the gap right here, right center from Laggy. Looking good. Great base running. That base running coming in on the backside really picked him up.
All right, so a pitching change here for Michigan, as unfortunately Braden Campbell was not able to perform to the best of his abilities. So Michigan will make a move here as Italy currently up 6-0. It's been all about the bat so far for the Italian team. They've looked great so far from Lamadi and Williamsport.
Non si può dire che fa il microfono. Vai nel dugout, fatelo dire da loro.
Brought to you by Subway. North Carolina, the first U.S. team with back-to-back no-hitters, are playing Texas Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern on ESPN. Their pitching has been incredible. Canada, finally, 2-0 for the first time since 1998. Huge game against Japan on Wednesday at 3 Eastern on ESPN. And 4 elimination games scheduled today. It is win or go home. As first pitch, Jordan Arsenault moves over from left to pitcher, and he gets Tibertini to line out to the second baseman. But Italy puts up 6 runs in the first inning. Unbelievable so far. We'll come back with Michigan's turn to go to bed right here on ESPN.
We're here.
As we continue here with the coverage from the Little League World Series in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. Let's go, Jordan. Green is my favorite color. All of the Michigan players. Here's how they came from Grosse Pointe, Michigan. Population just over 5,000. They're 8 miles east of Detroit. Prince Fielder, by the way, played in Grosse Pointe Wood Shores Little League. So as far as famous alumni is concerned, the former major leaguer Prince Fielder. Let's meet the team from Michigan.
My name is Tommy Harris, and my favorite baseball player is Trey Turner.
My name is Braden Campbell, and my favorite baseball player is Tim Tebow. My name is Matthew Green, and my favorite player is Derek Jeter.
Hi, my name is Joey Randazzo, and my favorite baseball player is Dansby Swanson.
My name is Tommy Scheck. My favorite player is Jose Iglesias.
My name is Drew Hill, and my favorite player is Charlie Blackmon.
My name is William Flom, and my favorite player is Clayton Kershaw.
My name is Adam Ayrault, and my favorite baseball player is J.D. Martinez.
My name is Joseph Wisniewski, and my favorite player is Bryce Harper.
My name is Chase Reinhardt, and my favorite baseball player is Jose Iglesias.
My name is Jack Jones, and my favorite baseball player is Jose Bautista.
My name is Jordan Arsenault, and my favorite baseball player is Bryce Harper.
My name is Ryan Jones, and my favorite player is Mike Trout.
All right, so the team from Michigan down 6-0 here in the bottom of the first, but their first crack at the pitcher Riccardo Nepoti for Italy, who had a RBI single in the top of the first, and of course no DH here, so the pitchers now get their chance to hit no matter what. You see the record so far from Nepoti, 2 1/3, 5 earned so far. He pitched Thursday versus Canada and threw 54 pitches in that game. The first batter for Michigan is the center fielder, Tommy Harris.
Yeah, the Italian coach just said this is their #1 guy, their best pitcher off the mound. I want to go back to the favorite player thing, man. It's like, that's one of the coolest things ever. This event's
nice. Harris there up the middle for a base hit.
Nice swing right there. Yeah.
Boy, let's start it off.
You're in the locker room in the big leagues, and it's always on every team you're at, and the favorite player thing pops up. Everybody locks into the TV and goes, "Who are they going to say? Who are they going to say?" Just waiting. So I've never had my name said. They don't really like the backup catcher, but when you hear somebody in the locker room, there's like, "Oh, these kids don't know what they're talking about." Then we start ripping on whoever it is. It's funny.
But that's great to know that it is actually on in Major League clubhouses.
Every clubhouse, I just left Chicago 2 days ago, and it was on in the clubhouse when I was there before the game. No other games.
And how about this little guy? Yeah! The pride of Tallahassee back in 1989.
Oh, my gosh. 89. That seems so long ago.
From Little League in Tallahassee to 15 years in the bigs.
My goodness.
Joe McCoy thinks you look a little bit like this guy. Our producer Joe thinks you look like this guy.
That's about right. I got the cheeks going. I dropped some bombs in Little League. I was a home run hitter in Little League. It just kind of... The pitching got better as I got older. It stopped happening. That was fun, man. Little League days, man. Just so innocent and playing. It's fun to be around this atmosphere and these kids. It just takes you back to being 12 again.
It's all those mozzarella sticks you guys have down there in Florida. Then you filled out.
Just fry it. I'm good. Just fried cheese, whatever it is. Oreos, dough. Give it all to me. From the South. Just fry it and we'll eat it.
There's Tommy Scheck. Look, he struck out there, but for some reason he's still in the box. So, hey, maybe we'll just keep on going. It's an international friendly.
It's all fun.
Why not, right?
Ball.
All right, so I have no idea what the count is now because I was pretty certain Scheck had struck out.
And I was in awe about my
3-2.
I was in awe about my Little League picture with my bangs hanging out and my hat on top of my head pointing straight up.
All right, so it is a full count here on Scheck. And he walks.
Little rally going right here for Michigan, right out of the chute. Base hit. Great at bat there by Scheck. And we got their best player, Rendazzo, coming to the plate.
Coaches say he's an extremely talented young man, good athlete with baseball skills beyond his years. He's trying to learn how to play the guitar, so he'll be singing a sweet tune if he can knock one out of the yard here. And in fact, first pitch swinging, skies it towards right center. Does it have enough? No, it does not, but it's dropped there by the right fielder, Nicolo Spagnuolo. So 1 run will score here for Michigan as it's a long single.
Really tough play here, and almost a base running error here at first base. Almost ran past him, but the wherewithal of Rendazzo to stop. Right up against the wall, fighting the sun, right on the warning track. Tough play.
Yeah, they scored an E9, so no RBI on the play as Rendazzo holds it first. But yeah, tough sun. That's right, the Eclipse. We cannot get enough Eclipse talk. And these are the glasses we'll be putting on at some point. But I can't believe they're going to play. Listen, we got 5 games here today on ESPN. They're going to play through the Eclipse.
I can't believe it. I'm looking forward to just knowing. I mean, it's such a beautiful day. What's that going to look like? I'm fired up.
Oh yeah. A couple hours from now, we'll finally get our answer. Jordan Arsenault here.
Don't look at the sun, though, right? I mean,
well, yeah, you can't glance quickly, but you can't stare. If you stare like 10 seconds or longer, you're in trouble. You've had enough concussions in your career. You don't need any sort of.
I've got enough problems. You're exactly right.
We do have Eclipse glasses here, which Arsenault rips that pitch into left, going back, and it's gone. Jordan Arsenault with his first home run of the Little League World Series, a 3-run shot as the entire team comes out to see him.
And just like that, Michigan's back in this ball game. 6 in the first for Italy. The Great Lakes come back with a 4 spot, still with nobody out in the first inning against Italy's best pitcher. That's got to be a shot in the arm here. Breaking ball, middle, and he deposited it over the left field fence. Great swing, cutting it in half. Man, the ball just jumped off his bat right there. I love the emotions. Just a high five. He's simple, like, hey, I've been here, done that.
The coaches say Arsenault's the most appreciative kid on the team. Always thanks the coaches after practice. Is a great personality and clearly an excellent hitter as he hits his first home run here in Williamsport. So Italy, after that 6-0 lead, now the mound meeting just looking to calm down Nepoti, their best pitcher, and focus on the task at hand.
Yeah, good visit here by the coach. I mean, you need to just slowing things down. I like listening to some of these meetings. It's nice when they're mic'd up to hear what they say to these kids and how they're encouraging and just get them back on track. I've been in some of those mound meetings, you know, in the major leagues. It's not always as positive as these coaches are.
These two teams combined for 8 total runs in their opening round games, 10 runs combined in the first inning. I don't know if it's the eclipse, the David Ross effect, who knows? But these teams came out swinging.
David Ross couldn't hit near like these kids are. This is impressive.
Chase Reinhardt, the third baseman now, with the bases empty.
The team clown. And he's the best dancer on the team, the coach has said.
Yeah, knows every dance move from the 90s. So he's wise beyond his years.
I need to see some of that. I need to get it. I mean, he knows the 90s is my era, right? I mean, that's our jam. So
no question.
I'd like to see him break it down. I mean, like, what are we going to do? The Running Man? What are we looking at?
Sprinkler, probably.
Yeah, no doubt. He's pulling those out. You know, I've danced a time or two myself.
I've heard about it.
We might be able to. I don't know about the 90s stuff, but ballroom, I've got it licked.
It's been great hanging out with you, though, because in June, July, everywhere we were going, it was like 70-30 Dancing with the Stars to, hey, congrats on the World Series. Here, at least, I haven't heard anyone mention the dancing.
No dancing. It's been great.
Reinhardt strikes out there, but he does have quite a personality. Take a listen.
What's your favorite candy? You know, I'm gonna have to either go with the Kit Kat or, you know, like those chewy sweet tarts. Those really get me in the mood. They get me in the mood. The mood. Joy Rand has the same question.
You gotta go with the watermelon Jolly Rancher.
All right, he's got some personality.
He got a little energy there. I got things that get me in the mood too. You know. I like the Kit Kat, though. I'm a big fan of the Kit Kat.
Oh yeah, well,
it's a good kid question. You know, that's a good adult question. How the candy has changed over the years.
Oh yeah, everybody's got a sweet tooth. Doesn't matter what age you're.
No doubt. And the kid's more hard candy than I'm like a chocolate candy bar kind of guy.
We had to make that stop at Starbucks. You had to get your mocha today. A little sweet tooth.
A little chocolate in my life.
Joseph Wisniewski here, the catcher. He's got a pure, natural left-handed stroke. He's extremely versatile defensively, a strong arm as well, and he's the strongest kid on the team. They say he has great intensity, and you can see him right here in the box. He's ready to go.
I love it. The football mentality, you know, the catcher, that doesn't shock me that he's got that football background and the strongest kid on the team. You know, there's no secret. The catcher's the best player on the field
of course.
At all times, right?
Yeah,
I mean, strongest, most confident. Yeah, all those things. Best hitter.
Right on the plate there.
He's digging. He's not scared. Anthony Rizzo style. I'm gonna creep on there, try to get the barrel of the bat out, go deep.
So Wisniewski walking there, and as I had mentioned, it is a tremendous day of Little League action here on ESPN and ESPN2. We're looking forward to all of it. Not only this game, which is a consolation game, but after that, all these games are win or go home. South Korea versus Mexico, California versus New Jersey, both those games on ESPN, and then on ESPN2, it's Venezuela versus the Dominican Republic and Connecticut versus Washington. All these teams are 1-1, so elimination games, plenty at stake here in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. To see an Aaron Judge fan here. A lot of fans making the trip. By the way, special pinch runner is in the game, so Matthew Green now is at first. In for Wisniewski.
Got Ryan Jones coming up here. I love what the coach has said about him. Most improved, which means this kid's worked his tail off. And look at him. He's playing in the Little League World Series. You know, when your coach votes you most improved, that means you put some work in and attention to detail and listen to your teammates, continue to grow. That's what baseball is all about.
Yeah, twin brother of Jack, who's also on the team. Ryan's the quiet one, but you're right. The hard worker who improves every day.
They said he makes his brother mad. He likes to get his brother mad, turn him into Mad Jack, and he plays better. I said he I probably shouldn't
probably
say that.
not.
It makes him mad. Okay,
yeah,
antagonize him, and he'll this guy will calm him down. There's Dad. Yeah. Wow, I wouldn't mess with Dad.
They call me Mr. Jones.
Mr. Jones and me. Is that
Counting Crows? Very
There we
good.
go.
Speaking of 90s classics, now we found our rhythm. 2-2 right now to Ryan Jones in the bottom of the first. Alongside David Ross, I'm Matt Namburk. It is great to have you with us here for Italy taking on Michigan.
A lot of offense out of the chute. One out here in the bottom of the first, 6-4.
Yeah, this is not what we were expecting. Unfortunately, both of these teams will be headed home, but would like to go out on a winning note. Had not been able to provide that kind of offense in their first couple of games for either team, but here it's been a different story. Fouled off once again.
I love the catcher busting his tail to catch it off the screen. I love it.
Casadio. The 2-2 to Ryan Jones, the first baseman, and this time he swings through it. So a big strikeout here for the pitcher, Nepoti. That's his second strikeout here in the bottom of the first, and now he'll face the man who was the pitcher for most of the first inning before he got replaced by Arsenault, and that's Braden Campbell. Campbell, he's actually a slick fielding second baseman, is what the coaches were telling us. He plays much bigger than his size. 5'3", 86 pounds, but he's a hard worker, got a quiet sense of humor.
Ball.
1-1.
Yeah, I was reading this kid's bio, and he's like, his special talent is standing on his bike seat and riding it, you know? I'm like, this guy's got more courage than I do.
Speaking of courage, we will tell the story of David Ross jumping out of a plane just a couple of days ago in Chicago.
Oh, goodness.
You want a quick tease right now?
I'm still here. I made it. But good news. Golden Knights took care of me.
Ball.
It was fun, man. It was actually a blast. We had a good time. I'm glad I lived to tell about it. We were talking about it a little bit last night. It was, I can't wait to tell the story and relive it with you guys.
Yeah, we'll get the full video later on. You can see Rossi not only before and after as we get the walk to Braden Campbell. In fact, let's show it here for you.
All right, I'll walk you guys through it. Here the Golden Knights took care of me. Then my tight little baby Bjorn there, little an adult baby Bjorn, grown man strapped to my back. I opened that door and he's like, hey, let's backflip out. I'm like, can't we just fall or jump? Oof. Look at that. It was an amazing moment for me, and landing and right on the beach in Chicago, beautiful day, adrenaline rush. The lead up was way worse than anything I'd ever been a part of, but the actual flying, it didn't feel like you were falling. It felt like you were flying. It was a fun day.
How many times did you hug or high five the guy that you went down with?
17. I was like, thank you, Coach. That was awesome. I high-fived him, chest bumped him, the whole thing, you know.
Just bro hugging it out
yeah,
with this guy.
It's the first time I've ever sat on another man's lap, too, besides like Santa Claus. I was 40 years old, and I was sitting on another man's lap to get strapped in.
Adam Arol right now, it's 2-1 with a couple outs, runners on first and second. Well, listen, you've faced enough pressure in your life here. Game 7 of the World Series. Jumping out of a plane, it's old hat now. Quite a ride you have been on, certainly.
I have been on a good one. But you're right, it's just a lot of adrenaline rushes here lately. With, I think I'm testing.